All right, fellas, let's jump into session 14 of Trouble in Theondir. At the start of our previous session, the group had been rudely awoken by soldiers requesting the immediate presence of the adventurers in the gardens of the keep. After coming down, the group was met by an angered and concerned Feuerbrandt. Graywater had again disappeared, with nothing left behind but two sleeping guards covered in black feathers and deeply confused. In response, Feuerbrandt would assign the same two guards, Gavin and Rolf, to accompany the group as it made its final preparations for the tri-decade celebration that would commence in 2 days' time. Grogil, however, would leave the group and accompany two of the more elite guards, Halvard and Rasmus, in order to investigate what was believed to be the Druid headquarters. This reconnaissance mission would nevertheless come to a quick halt as Grogil, in his usual calm and collected manner, would start a fight with the soldiers inside the rickety knee and quickly put them out of their misery by means of a Morning Star melee. With his brawn outrunning his brains, Grogil would return to Theondir Keep with a half-concocted story for Feuerbrandt about how the guards had turned on him and Feuerbrandt. The result, Grogil was surrounded by guards, thrown into manacles, and taken into captivity. Meanwhile, the rest of the group had made their way to the Swift Tailor, where they were able to employ the services of the best tailor in all of Theondir, Yenfire Fastfingers. And by magical means, Yenfire was able to construct fabulous costumes for each of the group members that would rival even the masterpiece created for Belf Beridon hanging in the shop. There was even a calm-inducing Bubble Boy helmet costume that would be tailored just for Grogil. Trego and Bolin in particular were able to convince Yenfire to imbue their costumes with special features. With their costumes in hand, the group made their way to the rendezvous point in the central city, where they were to meet Grogil at noon, a tavern with the tantalizing name Shooting Flesh in a Barrel. Immediately upon entering, the group would encounter a downcast J.P. Franzén, owner of the Overhead, fine crystal and glasswares, who, after getting over his initial fury at Duke Baron von Bramdell III's abandonment the night before, propositioned the group for their help. The group reluctantly agreed, sending Franzén on his way, giddy with the hope of renewed possibilities. Noon came, and noon went, but no Grogil. And after something like 45 minutes of waiting, the dull atmosphere would be interrupted by several gruff voices shouting at the soldier Rolf, stationed outside the door. "Where are they? Where's the rest of the party?" "They's inside the tavern, sir." Poof! You hear a thud as Rolf is thrown to the ground, the trampling of footsteps and the clinking sounds of metal armor as the soldiers begin to make their way to the entrance. At the same time, Bolin, from within your pack, you see a brilliant golden light begin to pour out, emanating from the communication cylinder that you had placed there. My adventurers, what would you like to do?
I'll open the communication thing, and do I have to put in the combination if I'm receiving a call, or
yeah, you still put the combination in. Do you remember it?
Yeah, 22731.
Okay. Are we sitting at a table?
You guys are, yeah, you're way off in the corner here of this place where J.P. Franzén was came over to buy where you guys were talking before. So you're on the other side. The entrance is on the opposite side of the room.
Have the soldiers seen us already?
They haven't quite entered yet. They're coming right up to the door, and they're beginning to come through the door.
Okay.
So Bolin, you click these numbers into place, and immediately the light emanates a bit more, and you hear Feuerbrandt on the other side. "Bolin, where are you? I would need for you and the others to come back to Theondir Keep immediately. We have a situation on our hands. Soldiers have been dispatched to take you in, and I hope this will not end in a bloodbath. Do not resist."
What's going on? What happened? We were just having a drink. We're waiting for
Grogil. There's been a problem with your what should I say, with your friend.
Oh no! What did he do?
I will not speak about it here. Come to Theondir Keep as soon as possible. We need to speak about this.
All right, I'll shut it off and.
And do we hear all this?
Yeah. Does it like a speaker, like a Like an Alexa?
Yeah, I mean, you guys all hear it. I mean, you can hear it within a good, 10, 15 foot range.
So soldiers are coming to take us. Grogil did something again. I'm sure he killed somebody.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Alright,
that old lady's still alive.
Oh, yeah. Killed the
So we
old lady
kinda-
there,
Hmm?
No, I don't know.
and we can hear the soldiers outside.
They're
Yep.
in.
And at this point, poof, the door flies open and the soldiers begin walking in. And you notice immediately there are 5 soldiers, and their eyes immediately begin scanning the room, looking for you guys. And they begin moving from table to table, walking through, taking a path.
We're over
across
here.
the fighting pit.
You're looking for us. We're over here.
I take a final swig of my drink and to kind of just put my hands up and stand up.
So that you hear now the soldiers fly open the door and they begin immediately to walk through. They are walking through the tables looking for you, and they spot you on the other side of the room as Bolin is waving to them, and they come running over to you, pulling out their swords as if they're going to attack you. They're absolutely enraged, angry as you'd expect when one of their own is killed, and they pull out their weapons and they look like they're about ready to attack you. And suddenly, behind them comes a lone figure. It's the Bard from the stage, a medium-sized half-elf, slightly plump under his large flowing robes that cover his body. He's wearing black leggings, black sleeves, and black gloves. And in his hand, he's holding a small ebony recorder. And he's stepping in. He steps in between you guys and the soldiers so as to calm tempers. Go ahead, Timmy, and introduce yourself. What would you like to say and do?
What seems to be the problem, folks? Timmy Fizzlebottoms is my name.
Fizzlebottoms.
Can I
We're
introduce
here to
myself?
take these few into custody, says one of the soldiers.
My new friends here, they've done nothing wrong.
I've been given instructions from Feuerbrandt that we need to take them back to Theondir Keep. Escort them back immediately.
But first, a song.
Oh
Oh God.
Oh no.
You can edit that out.
Can you
This is
can
the
you
worst
inspire one of
idea
us?
no. He had the recorder. He was ready for that.
Yeah.
That was great.
So the whole party is now going to go to prison and get Grogil out as
Yeah.
quickly as possible.
No, I'm in a cast. Which one of you guys has the biggest, the highest for like a persuade?
That would be me.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on you.
All right.
Step aside, my bardic friend. We don't have any business with you, but we have business with them. They have an escort. We need to take them now.
Now would be a good time, Chad.
Let's go.
surrendering
I'm-
here.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're going with them. I mean,
We're going with them.
Oh, all right.
We're not trying to get out of this.
May I
all right,
join?
follow
May
me.
I join you, fine gentlemen?
Yeah,
Who-
this
who
doesn't
the hell are
concern
you?
you.
Oh,
Why are you? I'm gonna push him aside. Like, move
Do I-
aside, sir. Like, I
Do
appreciate
feel
appreciate
do
all
I
you're
feel
doing to me,
inspired?
but
like, I can tell that he did something to me.
Yeah, I mean, you can sense that something's
Yeah.
happened. Yeah, you're feeling oddly inspired by that
Yeah.
recorder song.
Yeah. Like, this has never happened to me. All right, this is a weird feeling, but I'm gonna like when we're walking away, I'm gonna kind of give him a look and like a head to follow. Like, join us.
Timmy, what do you want to do? As the guards take the rest of you and they begin to lead you back, the lead guard goes ahead of you, and there's 2 in front of you and 2 behind you. You guys have this sort of train. As the people in the shooting flesh in a barrel sort of all stop and look and watch as you guys are leaving this place, a bit horrified at the sight of you guys being led out of here by 5 soldiers. Timmy, what would you like to do as they depart from the tavern?
I'll just kind of lay back and follow, I guess.
Okay. So you guys begin to make the walk back across Central City, heading back to the keep. Is there anything you would like to do or say or think about while you're walking on this path?
are there all 5 of them in front of us? Is there how many guards in front, behind? What?
3 in front of you and 2 behind you. So they're leading in this train with the caboose.
Do we
of 2
know or
guards.
recognize like the lead guard?
No, you haven't seen these guys before.
So I'll go
I'm
up to
gonna
the lead
ask one of the
guard.
I want to ask one of the guards, like,
Yeah.
what's this about? What happened? What's going on?
There's been some sort of attack, and we've lost a couple of our guards. And Feuerbrandt needs to do an investigation. We need to ask you a few questions.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
The crackers is just a slight
Sorry.
bit distracting.
They must be good. But the soldier says to you, Bull, and he says that, more than this I cannot talk about. I do not really know the details. We'll leave that to Feuerbrandt.
Should we be running, or
No,
I mean, is this
I'm gonna like just under my breath.
like running
We don't-
like with the soldiers, not away, but like should we be running towards to Firebrand? Is this like is this
Urgent?
super
How urgent is
urgent?
it?
Should we? Yeah.
We need to be there now, the soldiers say.
All right, let's go. Pick up the pace.
Okay.
Slowpoke.
So the guards pick it up a little bit, and they take you around to the keep, and Timmy is running behind, the guards lead you through the gate, and through past the other guards. Timmy,
Hold
they
on.
move
hold
back
on.
together.
Hold
Yep.
on. I got.
Do we see that Timmy is like behind us? Is he making it known that
Timmy,
he's just
give me a
following
stealth
us?
check, actually. Give me a stealth check, Timmy.
Where's stealth? +8.
Wow.
Wow.
20.
20. You guys are far too busy with the soldiers. The soldiers are too busy with you, leading you. Nobody notices Timmy following behind. Even you, Duke Baron Bramble with the third. You don't even notice him. He's slipped out of your attention.
All right.
Okay. Can I use invisibility here? A creature
Absolutely.
you touch. You
Yeah,
can touch
do
yourself.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Of course you can.
It's a family show, guys. Come on.
Okay.
Yep, definitely.
So I
Okay.
go invisible and I try to get closer.
Okay. And I'll keep you running on that stealth check of 20 you had. So you immediately, Timmy, you feel this sensation come over you, and as you look down at your hands and your legs, they suddenly disappear, and you run up behind the group, and you're right on their tails, stealthily moving behind them, and nobody notices you as you follow the group through the guards and into the courtyard. And as you guys come in, immediately you see a figure walking over with several other guards, and it's Feuerbrandt. He walks directly up towards all of you and stops in front of you. He's looking angered, he's looking frustrated, and he looks directly into your eyes and says, "There has been an incident regarding your friends, a hot-tempered half-orc. The blunt fact is this: 2 of our best soldiers have been struck down by him. We don't know why, but we are investigating. Your friend is now in our custody, and I assure you that justice will be swiftly administered. I have had an ominous feeling about your group, and my suspicions seem to have been confirmed. What do you have to say for yourselves and for your friend?"
I certainly wouldn't call him a friend.
Yeah, friend's kind of a big word.
Yeah. Might I remind you that we were brought together by your boss, Maalethon? We
Okay.
only met him on the way here. We have
So what
no
are you
idea.
saying? What are you saying, Trago?
I say maybe somebody higher up made a mistake of hiring him in particular.
We have no affiliation with him other than being in the same hired group from Maalethon. He is not our companion. He is not our compatriot. We have the same reservations that you have of him. We share
And-
those same feelings.
And I
think
did
we
warn
made them.
your two. Yeah.
Yes,
Go
Trago made that very known to those guards to keep a close eye on him because of his short temper. Any
And you-
justice that will be done upon him, I think, is well deserved. And I'm not sure that we're necessarily the best advocates for him.
Although I would like to speak with him for a short amount of time.
At this point, Trago, he is under our custody, and we will not be granting you any contact with him at this point. Not until the investigation is concluded. But, Bolin, as you're speaking, you see that his face softens up a little bit. He seems to believe you. He seems to believe what you're saying, that really you have no connection to him, that you were thrown in together with him. You have no necessary loyalties to this guy. And he begins to soften up a little bit. And he looks back at all of you, though. And he says, if it were up to me, you all would be sitting in manacles next to that green field. I don't trust you. But I am still a man of order. I have received my command. It seems that Maalethon has indeed taken a liking to the rest of you. The green one, he is more than happy to execute. But as for the rest of you, he continues to speak of fate and how you have been guided here beyond powers of our own. I do not understand what you have done to impress him. But as of now, you still stand under his good favor. I would suggest you do nothing to endanger that. As for me, I now have 2 of my best guards dead. I want nothing more to do with you. I will follow Maalethon's orders, but I no longer welcome you here. We meet here again at sunrise in 2 days. Until then, I do not want to see your faces, and neither do I want even a toe of yours within the premises of Theondir Keep. Go. And he points his finger back towards the gate. Gestures to the guards to lead you away.
I'm gonna pull out the the communication device and just, I mean, can we call you anymore, or?
I think that's a no.
Give it to me.
Aww.
Come on. Don't be like.
I mean, what happens? I mean, what happens if something happens? And
yeah, what happens if
what
we're
if there's,
infiltrating
like, for example,
an underground fighting ring?
Yeah, or if
Bolin, give me a persuasion check with advantage because you're being helped by Trago.
That one's cocked. Ooh.
You get to roll twice.
13 minus 2, 11.
Give me the cylinder.
Oh, come on. Aww.
So wait a minute, can I step up and say, I'll step up to Feuerbrandt and say, I completely understand what you're going through right now. I completely understand it. But let me tell you, we want to complete our mission for you and for Maalethon, and it would be in your best interest to allow us to keep this communications, because we have some suspicions of some things that we're pursuing that you may want to hear about more quickly than us running to you.
Give me one last persuasion check, Caroline.
Um,
And do it with advantage as well, because you had you're aided by these other guys.
Plus 1, so 21.
Okay.
Ooh, nat 20.
He looks over at the soldier standing next to him, and he gestures for him. The soldier pulls out his sword and points it at Bolin. He looks at you, Bolin, and he says, "Your trust with the cylinder is over. Give it to the dragon."
What did I do? I have been the most steadfast, loyal. Oh, okay. I'll give it to him.
Give him the damn thing. No, you're gonna be the turd of the group, Binkley.
That's right. Me and
All right, I'll give it to Caroline. Caroline is.
And let me remind you now. 36 hours. I do not want to see you again. As soon as we are done with this blasted celebration, I would like for you to be gone. But of course, as I said before, it is Maalethon and not I who am deciding this matter.
Okay.
That is understandable. Thank you.
Are we free to go?
We are going.
Go. And the soldiers step aside and allow you now to walk back through the gate.
Well, let's go get into a fight.
As we're walking away, like when Feuerbrandt is still in earshot, can I stage whisper to these guys? You know, so that Feuerbrandt hears. You know, if he guards them as well as Graywater, we'll see Grogil again.
I'm gonna give him a high five. Like a high, like straight up. Good one.
Chuckles,
Did you see that loud
chuckles all
enough that
around.
Feuerbrandt could hear it?
Yeah, I want him to hear it.
Hell yeah.
Go, he says.
All right, I'm walking as fast as I can out that door with that thing.
Yeah. Hightail, pick up speed a little bit.
Oh, so you guys take off out of the entranceway. You come back into this square outside of Theondir Keep. Timmy, you are somewhere in this mix. I'm assuming you're still behind them. What are you doing, Timmy?
I'm just following.
Okay, you're gonna stay invisible this whole time.
Yeah. For now, yeah.
Okay.
Are we outside of the keep yet?
You're outside of the keep.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So we should.
So
like,
hold on. I
regroup
wanna run ahead, probably 20 yards, in the direction that they're gonna be walking, and then when they get about 5 feet away, I wanna turn off invisibility.
Drop invisibility there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So you guys, you have a day and a half left before the Tri-Decade celebrations. The city is still wide open to you. What would you like to do?
So what time is it now? It's still the afternoon, yeah?
Yep. It's about it was about 1 o'clock when you got picked up by the soldiers. So you're looking about 2 o'clock now, 2:30.
Who's got Grogil's costume?
I think
One of us we're
you.
carrying. We all got our costumes. One of us carry. I'm gonna ask whoever's carrying it for a hit of the gas, real quick.
Oh,
I need
right.
a hit.
yeah.
I need a hit.
I forgot.
I don't
about
have
that.
it. I didn't write it down.
All right. Well, might I suggest going to finding an inn, preferably a different one than we were just at, and we need to have a little bit of a discussion and see if we can find a
About the
fifth
book.
for tonight.
We got to talk about the book too.
Yep.
Or did we already do that?
We did not
Did we
do that
at
yet.
the bar.
No, we started to, I think.
Well,
and then
Nip
those
needs to
guys,
learn the spells.
Yeah.
busted in.
Oh, I gave you I gave Niv the book, didn't I? So you have. I think you have the book with the spells in it, so you can learn them.
I don't
We need to do some stuff
think
with
you
that.
did.
Okay.
Or if you did, I didn't write it down, I guess.
All right. Well, maybe I didn't then. So
No, because you needed a lot of time to actually copy them down. You needed hours, I think, right?
you need, like,
Yeah, you need about 2 hours, about 50
Yeah.
gold pieces, about 2 hours.
Yeah. But I did tell him about it, right? I believe I told him that
Yeah, you had mentioned it. You started to mention it to him.
Yeah, I don't think we got very far in that conversation, though.
No.
Yeah.
So let's try to find an inn with a private dining room.
Okay. Do you want to do it right around here in the area where the keep is, on the square,
would
the
say,
outside of the
well,
square?
like the
Maybe
closest one.
closer to JP Franzene's.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Okay,
maybe
so you
like
want to head
that downtown
back
inn.
more towards the central city.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
And yeah, I'd say that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. We need
You
to
guys are
we
right
need to have a
about here
private
right
area.
now. JP
Yeah.
Franzén is like over here in this area. If you want to start heading back towards the Central City Monument area.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would
Okay.
say that's.
So you start heading in that direction, and you get about 20 feet. And as you're heading in that direction, suddenly, there standing in front of you is the same 5'6" Timmy Bard holding his ebony recorder, standing right in front of you with a huge smile on his face.
I don't believe I got your names, gentlemen.
I'm gonna keep walking and push him aside as I walk
Yeah.
past him.
I'm in a
Like,
charm.
go
I'm in
away.
a charm. I'm in a charm person on Tim.
You can try. He
Okay.
can't be charmed though.
Oh, he can't.
He's got Fey ancestry, so he can't be charmed.
Hold on, give me a second.
Is that right, Bolin?
That's
You have Fey
correct,
ancestry, right? Yep. So
Yep.
he can't be charmed.
Wait a minute. What do you got that you can't be charmed?
It's just part of my
Oh.
my class. It's just like a innate ability I have.
I have it too. I'll cast it on chat.
Okay.
You got to do a wisdom saving throw.
9. Oh wait,
And you have like
yeah, that's a 9.
you have like a 13, right? No, 15. You have what is your You have a 15, right?
I fail.
Timmy, you have a 15, right? Yeah, he fails
No,
no matter what.
I've got a
13.
in wisdom.
On your where your spells are there?
Second page, up on top.
Spell casting.
Oh
ability.
yeah, okay, yeah. You guys got to bear with me. I haven't really played a caster. Spell save DC 15.
15. Yep. Okay, that's what I thought. Yep. So immediately, Trago, you stop and you see this Timmy guy smiling at you, and you feel this sort of strange affinity to him, and you stop and you pause and begin to listen to what he has to say to you.
What is he saying?
Mr. Trago, or shall I say Baron von Bramblewood?
Duke.
Baron von Bramblewood.
Baron von Bramblewood.
Your reputation precedes you, and I would like to join your adventuring group. Also, who is this green fellow they speak of?
So what does charm mean now, Matt? For like a
now
minute?
he has advantage in all persuasion checks and things like that, deception checks. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check, Timmy, with advantage.
All right.
I'll just always refer to you as Timmy, and Tim, I always refer to you as Bolin, so we don't get this confused.
Okay. Thanks. My ears always perk up as soon as when you say Timmy.
25.
25. Yeah.
We got another charisma character. How many charisma characters do we have now?
Two.
Like, all right, well, we'll certainly hear you out.
Allow me to buy you a round of drinks at your next destination.
I think we could probably accommodate that.
Are
Are
you
you familiar?
I'm gonna turn around and tell Trago, do you know this guy? Why are we even entertaining the thought of adding him to our group?
Well, no, he seems on the up and up, and remind me, we need somebody else for tonight. We need a
It's
fifth.
very true. We do. You're right. Okay.
Oh,
Eat it, Binkley.
Fodder. We need an.
yeah. At least we need someone to die instead of us.
Remind me what's going on tonight that we need 5.
You have no idea what's going on
no idea.
tonight.
I am gonna. Where would you? Where would you recommend as a place with a private
Excellent.
dining area?
Right this way.
Hold on, I'm gonna walk. Wait a minute, I'm gonna walk up to this guy and say, "The fuck are you doing here? Who the hell are you?"
I cast charm
Sick 'em
person on
sofa.
Paul.
Sick 'em sofa.
Go for it. Go for it.
Oh, you got a wisdom saving throw, Paul.
Do we see him cast the spell, or is it like a
You give me a perception check
Like-
there, actually, Bolin.
like I know what that spell looks like, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
Well, I got an 8.
That's
I'll be right back.
perception,
I got to go to the
say-
bathroom quick.
the wisdom save throw is detecting that it's the spell. Right, Matt?
right, but
Your
like as
ability
an
to-
outside perspective,
outside
I can see you.
investigator, yeah,
Do I see you
person
like
watching.
boobity, you know?
No,
What
you
did
see
you
me
roll there,
going.
Bolin?
Natural 1.
A natural 1. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So you see him
Let's get
moving
him out.
around
Let's
and
get him out
jumping
of the
around
way, guys.
talking.
Let's
You
get all
don't
these
notice
rolls
a
out of the
thing.
way.
So I say,
And Caroline,
Greetings.
you immediately also feel this strange affinity, and you're drawn to this strange figure in front of you. Your hostility suddenly changed, and you don't really understand why, but you now are quite curious about this person,
kinda
this
cute.
half-elf standing before you.
It's kind of the right height too, you know.
Yeah.
greetings, Caroline. I see you have a. I see you have a very special wolf.
Oh, now it's a wolf.
For him, it is, yeah. Is his name Sofa?
Well, golly, that's funny. I've never heard that before.
What? Why don't you gentlemen follow me, and I'll lead you to a perfect place for a private meeting.
All right,
All right.
So, this is
Nora, join us.
is Niv coming back? Do we need to wait for Niv here? No.
He went to
said
the
was gonna
bathroom.
Hit the bathroom. So.
Oh, okay.
Let's.
I
Can
didn't
we
keep
take a
going.
3-minute break? I know I gotta go. My kids are hollering again.
Yeah, let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll continue here in a second.
I'll go get a beer.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump back into it. So as you begin to leave the area where Theondir Keep, the square, is, you're heading west through the city towards the central square, the central monument square there. And Timmy begins to lead you now through some streets that you begin to recognize. And strangely enough, he leads you right past J.P. Franzén's, the overhead shop. And you can see in his eyes that he has a familiarity with this place, with these streets, with this area. And he leads you immediately to a shop, or a tavern that's just a couple shops over from J.P. Franzén's place. And it has this sign hanging out the side of the building that says Tic-Tac-Toes, with a picture of several toes hanging down. And you walk into this place, and immediately it opens up into this majestic, it's even, a tavern's not even the right words. It's almost like a ballroom type feeling, with these chandeliers hanging down with crystal on them. Perhaps something that they even purchased from J.P. Franzén himself. Remember, this is a bit more posh area of town here, and immediately you see the person, one of the waiters, come over to you, the maitre d', and says, a little skeptical looking at the crew. May I help you?
Cool. I just dropped my book. Hold on.
We need a private space.
And who, may I ask, are you?
We are patrons of your establishment, and we need a private space. Can you provide one for us? We have the money to facilitate such a transaction.
You have the money to facilitate. Your
gonna flash him
clothing
some
does
gold.
not seem to appear that, but what do you say,
Are
Jack?
you,
Flash him some gold.
Is this an establishment that discriminates based on appearance? I wasn't aware that Theondir was such a shallow place, but maybe we can take our patronage elsewhere. Bye-bye!
Absolutely, this is a place that discriminates upon appearance. We have our own appearance to uphold.
I'm
And
going to
from the
drop...
looks of it, I'm not sure that the rest of you should be
I'm going to accidentally, on purpose, drop my bag of platinum on the ground.
As you
sorry.
do that-
Excuse me.
His eyes sort of begin to glimmer, and you hear Timmy sort of step forward, and he says, oh, excuse me here, and he starts picking it up for you and putting it back in your bag. And the maitre d' looks up and says, Timmy, is that you? How is the lady these days? Oh, he's fine, says Timmy. Yes, indeed. You were saying a table. Indeed. Would you like to sit in private, or what would you like to sit in? The main area.
Private.
Somewhere private would be preferable.
Indeed. Follow me, he says.
Is there
And he
a lot of
leads you
people in here?
It's still pretty dead. This is more of an evening establishment, so there's not too many people. There's a few different people, very nicely dressed, sitting at a couple tables, but pretty dead at this point. It's only 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And he leads you to the back and up some stairs and pulls back this beautiful curtain into this wonderfully decorated room in the back that has this round oval-like table with golden chairs set around it with this beautiful sort of maroon inlaid plush on them. And he says, please have a seat. I will be back immediately with a waiter to help you out. And he leaves the room, shuts the curtain behind him.
How long
Right
has
now-
it been since we encountered Timmy and I've been casted upon?
About 45 minutes.
45
So you
minutes,
still don't
okay.
know that you don't know that
yeah.
you're charmed.
Still charmed by him.
And Timmy plops himself down on the chairs.
So, Timmy, you're so eager to join our merry band of travelers. What's your story?
I'm just out playing some music. I really enjoy music. I've become a bit of a musician myself in recent years, and yes, I thought it would be helpful for me to step in and help you out a little bit. It seemed like you were having some troubles there.
Do you only play the recorder?
Yeah, I sing a little bit. I play the recorder. I've been learning a lot of instruments ever since I've come to Theondir. I've been taking it upon myself to play instruments. Of course, the lady, she loves music, so I try to keep her entertained as much as possible.
Who's the lady?
The lady?
Oh, my my patron, Lady Dreldon. She's the one who's hired me. She's the one who I work for. I serve her.
Would the lady mind if you joined us? We may be gone for a long time. Are you able to just up and leave?
I mean, I have free reign. She trusts me. I mean, I can come back whenever I please. I just have to be there every so often to make sure that to check in and make sure she doesn't need anything from me. But right now, I have a bit of an opening in my schedule. She's away with some of her lady friends on a short outing, so I have 3-4 days before I need to really be back at her place. And of course, when I have time, I always try to go ahead and find some different gigs and play some music, because I really do enjoy this.
Yeah, we heard a little bit of your music.
He pulls the recorder on and plays you a few more notes on that.
So, Timmy, I noticed when we walked past JP Franzén's place that you seem like you've been there before. You recognize it. What do you know of it? What do you know of him?
Oh, the Lady Dreldon has been there many times. I've come with her, and she's purchased many things. She is a fine lover of crystal and glass. It's all over her place. She really appreciates this kind of artistic creations. We've been here on several occasions. In fact, I've been in this restaurant myself many times.
And noticed.
Are you familiar with JP's evening dealings? And I'll give him the, if you know what I mean.
Do you mean his business meetings?
His entertainment business.
Well,
His fights, right?
Yeah, his fights.
The lady and I have been known to come to a few of these occasions. Yes.
So
Well, we're going to level with you, JP. Or JP. We're going to level with you, Timmy. We're fighting in this event tonight. And we need one more. And your recorder skills would be
Yeah.
just
Can you fight
a
with
perfect
that thing?
fit.
Or do you just blow on it?
Well, I don't usually use the recorder, but I mean, I have other skills as well. I am an ex-military man, you know.
Did not.
Ooh.
With the
Did not know.
Theondir military?
Yeah, I was stationed up in the north, one of the harbors up there. I've been, but it's been many years since I've been in the military. Back when I served in Truham, but I haven't been
Where?
in Truham in many years.
Truham.
Truham, yeah, it's one of the harbor cities up in the north.
Can I
That's
insight
why I
him as to
actually
like
met
where
Lady
he
Dreldon
actually-
back in the day.
I want to insight check him as to whether he's telling us the truth about his military career.
Okay, give me an insight check. See if you can read anything on him.
Well, that's bad. That's a 5.
Yeah, I mean he's a military dude.
Yeah. Actually, I probably wouldn't be insight checking him if I was charmed, would I?
Yeah.
No, you probably wouldn't.
Yeah,
I'd probably just straight
No.
up leave him anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it sounds intriguing to me. I could certainly follow along. If not fight, I could certainly be a part of the bidding process.
Well, that thing you did to me, I could tell when we first met, something hit me. Is that what you do?
Let me level with you. He gets a little serious with it at this point. In about 10 minutes, you're going to get a little confused again. I actually, I cast a bit of charm person on you. And I hope you don't take this personally. You're still charmed, by the way, Trigo, so you're receiving this quite well.
Oh, yeah,
I hope you don't take this personally. I just, people can be quite aggressive against me, and I just wanted to try and, make some friends with you. So I hope you're not... and he looks at you, Carolyn, as well. And I'm sorry to say, I also cast it on you. But I assure you, I did not do it because I was trying to be angry or mean.
Yeah. I was talking about when he inspired me. That I felt the inspiration.
Oh, the
or whatever.
inspiration. I see.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
He's coming clean with you anyway about the charm person, because that's about to wear off anyway. Oh yes, and I do inspire people. I am known to inspire people with my my bardic skills.
What else?
And about this point, Trigo, Caroline, you begin to feel something happening in your body, and the charm now begins to wear off. And this figure doesn't have the same appeal, draw to you that he used to have, but you still do find him a bit curious.
So Timmy, Tim, Taru, what's your weapon of choice then? How do you fight? You use your recorder? Does the recorder turn into a spear?
Well, I am proficient with the blades, but he takes his hand and raises his hand up in his black glove, and he closes his hand around a fist. He says, "But I have found that the truest weapon is my own fist, my own strength."
Well,
Okay,
Timmy, what do you say? Would you like to be part of this fighting pit that we are? I will say there is coin involved. Obviously,
What kind of coin are we talking about here?
Okay,
Some
what
coin.
did we work out? Like we worked out a better deal with JP Franzén, right?
Oh crap!
It was.
You talked him up to like 40%.
Yeah, big.
It was initially like 25 or 30%.
Minimum we would get plus a percentage on top of that.
Yeah, I forget what it was though. Shit.
Yeah, we got. I maybe have it.
Well,
down in my
JP
notes.
Franzén remembers.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure he does.
So Timmy, if you've seen this before, I mean, are there any who are the type of people he usually gets to fight? I mean, does he have like a normal crew that comes in, or?
Oh,
What are
it's
the-
somebody
what's the
new
intel?
every time. It's quite the assortment. JP Franzén has a crazy ability to take in some of the most exotic people I've ever seen. It could be quite exciting. You never quite know. That's part of the reason why we come to these events. You see people that you've never seen before.
Is Timmy dressed like? Is he dressed like us in the same like class? Is he look like more upper class, or does he look like more like common folk?
Timmy is definitely dressed more upper class. He's got really pretty fancy looking robes on. Like I mentioned, he's got these black leggings, black sleeves, black gloves, quite elegant sort of dress, and he's got these long, flowing, bluish robes. Definitely a little bit higher class, if not in the upper levels here.
Timmy, do you have a personal relationship with JP? Would he object in any way to you joining our merry band of travelers?
Well, I imagine he would be delighted to see me again. Of course, the Lady Dreldun has purchased quite a few things in the past, so I'm sure I could pull some strings with him, and he would be more than happy to allow me to do anything in his store.
And this lady, would she be upset if you were to?
Die.
Yeah, would she be upset if you were to die in this fighting pit?
Of course she would. I am her bard and servant, after all. I have come to mean something for her in these past several years. I would imagine that, but I have no plans of dying. Death is not usually something that occurs in these evenings of entertainment.
Oh, okay. So it's not necessarily to the death.
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I think I've only been there when there's been maybe one or two people who've died in the past.
Okay. And being relatively new to the town, Theondir here, how underground are these? Are they highly illegal, or is it just, do the guards just kind of look away?
We'll say this. Written law says that these are highly illegal, but of course, JP Franzén has been known to pass around a few of his crystal wares to some of the guards and the politicians. So we can say this, that they certainly know that this happens, and I've actually seen a few of the politicians here at times, but they are more than happy to let them go on as long as the funds and the glasswares continue to flow into the pockets and the coffers of the government.
What is his name? Timmy. What's so special about some shitty glass baubles?
It's the finest craftsmanship, indeed. J.P. Franzén is a craftsmanship. He's a craftsman like none other.
But little glass donkeys and horses are enough to persuade people to allow illegal fights.
It
seems
art,
a little
my
far-fetched.
friend. It's art, my friend. It's valuable art. Can you name the value of art?
I can name the value of glass, and it's not much.
No, indeed it's not. But glass is not the issue here, my friend. We're talking about art. And as we know, art is as valuable as the art establishment is willing to pay for it. And in Theondir, there are people who are willing to pay quite a bit for this.
Do I believe him that it's just glass? Fancy
Give me an
glass?
insight check. Give me an insight check.
Which is +4. Yeah, 11.
Well, I'll say this. On an 11, I'll say this. You get a suspicion that it's not just glass and it's not just art, but beyond that, it seems like he's fairly believable. But you don't quite buy his story.
Have they brought drinks to us yet? Are we still waiting on that?
Yes. Eventually, the waiter comes in and
Where's the service?
Here we are. Can I take your orders, please? And he has a pad and he's writing down. Anything you'd like to drink? Of course, Timmy is paying for you.
Well, in that case.
Okay. So
What do you have for your wine list, sir?
Well, we
Throw Matt under the bus.
We have several bottles of our finest in Vino Veritas wines. Unfortunately, we put in an order for some new in Vino Veritas, and there's been a bit of an accident in town, so these are the last of the bottles. So these are perhaps some of our best wines. If you're looking for other wines, we do have some Malbecs from the south, which are quite decent. There's also some Pinot Noirs from the western side of the island that we have.
Veritas is running now.
Well, due to the unfortunate accident, we have tripled the price for these. So for a bottle now, we are looking at around 30 gold pieces.
And you said, Timmy, are you paying for this?
And Timmy looks at you and says, well, I don't think I was quite willing to pay for an Vino Veritas, but I tell you what, just to keep the mood going, I could buy us a couple bottles of Vino Veritas, if that's okay.
That sounds fine by me.
Yep.
How about just some ale? Just some ale and water from my wolf. Maybe some food too. We need to get some food.
Indeed.
Yes.
What kind of food would you like? We have 2 bottles of Vino Veritas, a round of ales, and some food for the rest of you.
Yes. Raw meat for the wolf.
Indeed. Oh, we can, of course, manage that.
I'm sure.
And for the rest of you, I could bring our daily special, if that's okay.
How about a charcuterie plate and
some cheeses, perhaps, to go with your wine.
Mushrooms? Do you have mushrooms on hand?
We have the finest of mushrooms here, of course.
Take some mushrooms as well.
Yes. Anything else?
I think that'll be it for now.
that'll do it for now.
Very well. And he leaves once again, shutting the curtain behind him.
So, guys, what time do we have to be? What is this JP Franzén thing? Is it 9
It's
o'clock?
at 9.
All right. And what time is it now?
You're pushing on to about 3:30 now.
Timmy, I don't trust you.
Well, that's so strange. I mean, we just met.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth. Okay. And I'm gonna tell him that I'm going to cast it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say I want to say, Timmy, I'm given your proficiency with magic and with obviously you know how magic works and you know what I'm about to do. I'm gonna ask you a couple really basic questions, and
okay.
I think it's going to behoove you to tell us the truth. If you choose not to answer, I think we're going to have to have other discussions, but I want you to be aware that I am going to be casting this spell.
Okay. I am willing to go along with anything. I'm here for an adventure.
Okay, I'm going to cast Zone of Truth. And then I want to ask him what's his involvement with the knot.
You mean the rebel organization, the Knot?
Yes.
I have no involvement with the Knot. I'm a fairly newcomer to the city. I've only been here a few years, and I have no involvement with the Knot whatsoever.
What about your what was her name?
Lady Drelden.
Lady Drelden. What about her?
Of her, I can't speak. I don't know her. I don't know her business, unfortunately. I'm merely her servant, her bard. I'm not involved in those sort of discussions, so I can't speak to that.
And you've never been a part of any meetings where she's spoken to her allies? You haven't heard any?
I mean, I've played parties. I've played music for her when she's had people. I don't listen to her conversations. I think that would be a breach of trust after everything she's done for me. I really would not want to breach that trust.
Timmy, what are your intentions with joining our group? It seemed very random for you to just interject into our ongoings.
I saw a problem, and I'm after an adventure, and of course I'm after some coin. I'm for the love of music. I'm always looking to expand my horizons in Theondir.
So, Timmy, does the name Genevieve mean anything to you?
Genevieve. No, that doesn't seem... No, I've never heard that name before.
So tell me more about this glass of JP Franzén's. Is it really just glass?
And he's in the zone of truth.
Mm-hmm.
Well, glass is glass. I mean, it depends on what kind of glass you're talking about. I mean, some of the glass is just glass, and indeed it has an artistic value. Some of the glass, shall we say, the glass with the more greenish shades, has a bit more value for other reasons. JP Franzén is not just a glass seller. He's like a lot of other people in Theondir, involved in other projects, shall we say?
Pull out my little glass figurine and ask, what about this piece of glass?
And he looks at it, and it's a little figurine of a little man. And in the center of the man, there is a stream. You haven't noticed this before, but there's a little line of green in the center of the glass figurine. And he says, another one of the specimens. Of course, that's valuable for many different reasons. Artistic and other value, shall I say.
Have you heard the name Graywater?
I have heard the name Graywater. Indeed, he has been one of the guests at Lady Drelden's house a few times. I do remember him coming over. They had some business together. I don't quite remember what the business was, but I assume it's something to do with JP Franzén. I remember Franzén and Graywater being at a party together at one point, in fact.
When was the last time you saw him?
Oh, it had to be more than a year ago. I think it was that wonderful party we had in the fall when, we had, Graywater had brought some of the most wonderful wines from Vino Veritas, and we sat there, all of us, and out on the terrace, and we had a beautiful party, drank wines together. And of course, I was in the background playing my music like normal and singing and reciting my poetry as they had a beautiful party together.
Timmy, what about the name Vildereth? You recognize that?
That means nothing to me, no. Vildereth, no. And at this point, the curtain opens up and the waiter comes in. Here we are. And he sets down the 2 bottles in Vino Veritas wine and brings out several glasses. The ales, he sets them down in front of you. He brought an ale for everybody. Puts a bit of meat down for Sora, who begins immediately to dive into the meat. And in front of you, he places a platter of what looks to be some sort of chicken dish with all these different garnishes and really beautifully set up. And the waiter says, "Is there anything else that you would need at this point? I shall leave you otherwise."
Looks good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And he shuts the curtain and backs off.
All right, so are we done interrogating Timmy?
Anybody else have any other questions? Timmy, do you have any questions for us?
well, thank you for asking. I mean, that's very kind of you. I was watching you, observing you when you came in, and I'm quite perplexed, intrigued, curious, shall I say, by the nature of your party. What are your purposes in Theondir? It's not very often you see a dragonborn together with a halfling and some elves and humans. It's quite the mix.
Oh, shit, we're in the zone of truth, aren't we?
And
We are.
what are you doing in Theondir?
We are here to protect the king.
From what?
Governor. Wait, it's
Governor
is it
Tyrius?
king?
From
Is it
Governor,
king or governor? Matt?
Governor
It's
Tyrius.
Governor
Tyrius.
Tyrius, right?
Sorry.
Governor Tyrius. Well, what are you here to protect him from? Don't they have soldiers?
We became
We're
aware
more-
of a plot to kill Governor Tyrius, and we are here to investigate and
What?
hopefully prevent such an event from happening. And so you can see why all of us are a bit apprehensive with an outsider joining our group. We have a lot of extenuating circumstances for bringing somebody else into our group.
I understand that. But I can assure you that I have no connections at all to anybody who would want to do harm to Governor Tyrius. In fact, Lady Dreldon is quite connected to the government. Indeed.
Timmy, have you ever been inside the Synchrony Academy?
I have
Sorry.
never been inside the Sincari Academy. We have had Sincari at our mansion. I've also played parties for them as well, but I've never been inside there. But I hear very interesting stories about it, especially about the mage who is in charge there, Ildrux, the Unwavering. He has been quite an interesting figure to follow. One of the more important people in Theondir. I have never met him though.
Yeah.
Was this the first time
But-
we're hearing about Ildrux?
No,
You've
No.
heard the name before. He was mentioned before
No,
by Bolin.
I've heard it. Yeah.
Bolin has heard of him from Maalethon.
Yep.
But Timmy looks at you all and he says, "But I have one more question. If I may ask one more question, what if this half-orc that you've been talking about? Who is he? and why were the soldiers? What's going on with him? Why were the soldiers? I don't understand."
He's trouble.
Take that one.
He is an exceptionally violent and ill-tempered half-orc that was also hired, who
Shoots lasers out of his eyes.
shoots lasers out his eyes on a few occasions, and
Has a lovely singing voice as well.
he
He
killed
would
a
have been a
couple
great
guards
addition
when
to
we
your-
weren't
to
with
your
him.
band.
Oh yeah, he would have been like he could have been the front man. You could have been
Oh,
like the
my.
mysterious guy in the background. We may
We
end
were
up
thrown- we were
trying to help
thrown
him,
into-
but
yeah, we're-
he was hired along with us, and
Huh.
he has proven a liability in our line of work.
Well, I see it. Perhaps it's good that he's not with you anymore then.
Yeah, we haven't made a final decision on that. And on that note, would you give us a few minutes of privacy so we can discuss amongst ourselves?
Sure I can.
Go down.
I know the I know the Maitre D here. I can go talk to him a little bit. I'll
just
go
a few
see if
minutes so we can discuss what we're going to do moving forward, and we'll let you know when we're ready for you to come back up.
I'll be in the front. Come get me when you're ready. He takes a glass of wine, pours out a glass of Vino Veritas, the rich, beautiful-looking wine, steps out of the curtain, and walks out to the front of the restaurant, leaving you guys around this oval room with the curtain shut in privacy.
Well,
so is the wine that we're drinking, is it the same bottle that Tim or Bolin took from?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Same exact bottle.
Yeah. Reminds me of a few nights ago. Yeah, the good old days. All right.
Wasn't that last night?
Yeah, how long was it?
Like
2 nights ago?
night.
It would have been 2 nights ago?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had 3 days and now we have a day and a half.
Yep.
So we decided, I'm assuming we decided we're doing this fight thing, and if it's not to the death, I feel better about that.
Yeah.
We can make some money doing it, great. Niv, I mean, are you going to spend some time looking at these spells? Is that the idea?
Yeah. So I pull out, and did you get the information? I didn't give you any information, Dan, about what the spells are. I know, Matt, you sent them to me and whatever.
Yep. I've got them right here. If you want me to give you a bit of a refresher of what they are.
Yeah, I have them written down as well.
What all is this book, Chad? Was it this was the history of the Sincari? Is that the book?
Yeah, it's called The Ways of the Sincari. I bought it on just randomly back in Haldir Harbor.
Like episode 2.
Correct.
Episode 2. And it looks like we just stumbled onto a gold mine. There's 2 spells which I won't be able to learn. One of is Breath of the Haleth, and it's a 3rd level evocation. 150 foot streak thrown. Okay, I didn't write it down very well.
Yep, I can read it. If you want me to read it, I have it right here.
Go ahead, Matt.
Okay. Yep. So the range is 150 feet. Requires 1 action. Verbal somatic. The somatic part is in Draconian. You have to actually recite from destruction, the seeds of new life, is what you have to say in Draconian. And there's a material component, which is a small handful of peridot dust and a fragment of fresh and clean white linen, both of which are consumed by the spell. So you need peridot dust for this. Instantaneous duration happens immediately, and only sorcerer or wizard can cast this. Now here's what happens. A bright green streak flashes from your open hand from which you throw the peridot dust to a point within range and then blossoms with a low roar into a brilliant radiant green glowing ball. Each creature in a 30-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a dexterity saving throw. The target takes 8d8 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. The radiance moves through all non-magical objects to strike all creatures within the radius. And at higher levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, the damage increases by 1d8 for each slot level above 3. So it's a pretty powerful spell. But it requires quite a bit of peridot.
Everybody in that radius takes it? It's not enemies?
Within a 30-foot radius. Each creature within a 30-foot radius. Yeah, everybody.
What is it? Do you target a place or a person?
Yep, a point. Yep. So any point.
The words "from destruction becomes new life" rings a bell. I've heard those. I've heard that phrase before. Where have I heard it?
We've all heard it.
Is that
destruction? The seeds of new life.
Right. Caroline, is that on your amulet? Or is that was that inscribed in my ring?
Hold on here. I think I might have it.
I have it written down, but I didn't write where I read it or where I heard it.
So if I can give you a refresher,
it was a refresher?
Do you want a refresher? Or do you guys want to struggle through it?
Right? Somebody's dream.
Was that in the dream?
Yeah, the dream about girl at altar with a man speak. Who was?
Was that after we died?
Grogil and Caroline get.
Matt, refresh us.
Yeah, sure. That phrase, you've heard it a couple times before, Bolin. Perhaps in a dream. It was if I'm not remembering incorrectly, it was the last stanza on the monument.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, before we
Yep.
went to Invino Veritas.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
that's a pretty powerful spell.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's the Breath of Heleth. And then there's a second spell, which is it's called Transorbification, and it's a conjuration cantrip. It's one action touch, verbal, somatic, and there's a material component. The verbal component is in conventu trium lux libera. You say that phrase. It requires a pinch of peridot dust and precious stones in varied amounts of value in gold pieces. That depends upon the spell level. So the spell consumes that. So higher levels, the higher level you get, the cheaper the spell gets, essentially. Level 1, it's 100 gold. Level 2, 80 gold pieces worth of stones. 3, 60, 40, 20. 6 above is 0, so it's free, essentially. It's a concentration spell, up to 10 minutes. Only sorcerer or wizard can cast this. You and up to 2 other willing creatures you touch are engulfed with the energy of the Sincari, which allows you to move freely throughout or to temporarily dispel any Sincari protective energy field for the duration of the spell. While engulfed, the creatures do not gain any other advantage. The spell is able to be used only by wizards so long as the spell, wizards or sorcerers, so long as the spell has been copied into the wizard or sorcerer's spell book and has been adequately learned as well as prepared. So that's Transorbification.
You said that's a level 3 spell?
That's a level, that's a cantrip, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Conjuration cantrip. It's just expensive.
So here's my proposal. I say we bring in Timmy to our group, at least for tonight, and see how he fares tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime...
Yeah, a trial. Trial by fire.
Yeah. In the meantime, Niv, you can learn these spells. We have, 6 hours probably before the fight.
Yep.
And I would think you could learn these spells after our fight. If we survive, we can make our way to the Sincari Academy and get in.
Do you have, Niv, the materials you need to learn these spells?
Hold on, I'm looking up what I actually have to do.
You need like a certain amount of...
So I think it costs about 50 gold pieces.
Yeah, it's like you have to have like
the materials.
enough ink. Like really high
Ink, and you need to have, yep.
Because how does that work for cantrips? Because in the player's handbook, it says when you find a wizard spell of first level or higher, you can add it to your spell book.
Oh.
We'll treat a cantrip on the same level as first level in this case. So I'm assuming it'll take you about 2 hours to copy it over.
It's 2 hours per level of spell and 50 gold.
Yep.
Well, these seems like spells that we definitely need. You're the only one that can cast them, so I think we should.
Yeah, I can pitch in
what
if you don't have the money.
And, yeah.
I've got
Especially
the
the
gold.
Breath
I don't
of
think
Heleth.
we don't have the time though. What time is it?
It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
We got 6 hours.
We got
before
6
the
hours,
fight.
couple hours to get you maybe an hour, half hour, as quick as we can, get you the materials. You copy them, and then we go.
Right, but a third level spell takes 6 hours.
A third level.
I would think
spell
you
base.
probably don't even need to learn that one tonight. Let's learn the
Yep.
cantrip tonight.
Yeah, learn the
and then-
cantrip. Because that might actually draw attention as well if you know that the Breath of Heleth. If you see a whole
couldn't
bunch of
cast it.
people seeing you that casting that.
Well, he couldn't cast a third level spell anyway right now, can he?
Oh yeah, you
No.
probably don't have
Yeah.
a third level spot
Yeah,
slot.
I
He's not high enough yet.
No, oh no, I have second level spells. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So we need though,
So yeah, I can't.
as far as
actually
mechanics
learn
goes,
that yet,
we need this
'cause I
book
have to
though.
be able to prepare it.
Right. Yeah. It's you don't have the wizard level to actually be able to learn and cast that spell
Right,
yet.
yeah.
Can he memorize the spell, and then at a future time, or do we have to have this book? Because it's already
You need
they
to
already
keep.
tried
Yeah,
to
he'll have to
steal.
copy
I
it.
have to
He'll have to
have the
copy
book.
it from the
Okay,
source.
so they
into
already
his
tried
own
to
spell
steal
book.
this book. I don't think those goblins knew what the book was, but this is what they tried to get from me. So we need to make sure.
That's right.
Yeah.
right? At the
I
Riverside
forgot that
Respite.
that's right. They tried to steal it.
So I don't know.
Traeger got
that's what they-
pickpocketed.
I don't know
That's
if they
right.
if this is what they were going for or if it was just happenstance. But we need to make sure. And I'm entrusting this to you, Niv. Now that I want it back when you're done with it. But we need to make sure that we do not lose this book.
Well, here's the easy thing, and I tear out the pages with it, and then just give them the book back.
Nice.
You just ruined the book.
Aw.
All right.
So Traeger, you have a book with a great history of the Sincari and the ways of the Sincari, description of the good
And
narrative
Matt, I
about
want to
Sincari.
read this entire thing front to back. So if you could just come up with like 400 pages of information on the Sincari.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
That'd be
I'll
awesome.
fill you in
You
later.
don't have. You have time. You have time. Okay. Second point of order. What are we gonna do about Grogil?
Nothing.
What are we gonna do about Grogil?
Leave him.
I hate
Yeah.
to
So
throw
our
under the bus, but
our options are try to rescue him and potentially get caught ourselves and killed.
I don't want to do anything that's going to endanger us.
so
we
what-
just
but-
leave him. I think we just leave him then.
You leave them,
I
and I hate the medic here, but I don't remember who it was in the sidebar. I think if we can get some time with him the night before he's set to be executed, see if we can get a bottle of wine. If they'll let us give him a bottle of wine.
yeah,
Is it,
I think that's a good plan.
bottle of wine?
See
Is
what
that
happens. No, a bottle
Theondir
of
Thunder.
wine.
Ah, got it.
We don't have any idea what the timeline is. That's something we should have asked. Hopefully this would all happen after, because we have, you said, a day and a half.
but Feuerbrandt said that Maalethon still believes in all of us.
Yeah, still trusts us.
He trusts us, but he
But-
doesn't. But we know
but
he knows
Feuerbrandt.
that.
Yeah.
Feuerbrandt said
but-
that Maalethon was speaking about something with fate and that he still
Yeah.
believes
Yeah.
that you have been brought
Yeah.
here for a purpose.
So I don't think Grogil's going to get executed. Not by
That's
Mel.
possible.
I'd say for the
But-
short term, let's do this fight and we can talk about it tomorrow.
And we have to be ready for the
The Tridecade
festival. And then, what else is on the table? We've decided
Sincari.
we're gonna, invite Timmy along with us through the fight, and then see if we can get into the Sincari Academy.
Yep,
Yep.
I agree.
And what are we looking for in the Sincari Academy again?
I don't know.
Answers.
Because that could end very badly for all of us as well.
We need to talk. Yeah, I mean, the Sincari Academy is not associated. I mean, they have a loose association with Theondir, right, and with the government. They aren't like bound by loyalty to them. They're kind of doing their own side gig, and
Yes,
so
but
it's
this whole-
worth us at least investigating.
This whole thing with the orange orb and the keep, that thing,
Yeah.
that's drawing power from something else, and it's got to be Sincari. I mean, I think Sincari are behind a lot of different stuff that we don't know about.
Yeah.
They may be pulling the strings here.
Mm-hmm.
But do we want to go into the belly of the beast and potentially have to fight a dozen mages that are
Powerful wizards.
very powerful?
Well,
Well, that's why we have you to talk our way out of it.
God damn it.
maybe not all.
All right.
And I can give
So-
you bardic inspiration, Timmy. No, he's not with you right now, but
Yeah. Anything else we need to discuss?
No, I
I
want to
think
fight.
that's it.
Let's fight.
Yeah. We have gone way too long without a fight.
Do we need to consider looking for this Yenfire woman? I mean, do we want to go down that road?
Well, yeah, I think that's kind of what the Sincari Academy was
Yeah.
hopefully going to reveal, maybe another clue as to who she is or where she is, or
And her brother Tycho, right? It's Yennefer
Yeah.
and Tycho.
yep, correct.
That's really our only loose thread is this Inkari Academy. That's the only other lead we have, right? I mean, where else?
And we're thinking that they probably have something
other than
to
the
do with
Druids.
The Druids.
Those fucking Druids.
Oh, we don't know where to even start with the Druids, other than that house and that crazy
Other
woman
than-
that is
Here's an
super
idea.
pissed.
We
come
kill
back again.
Timmy. Fei Long comes back, and then we get to talk to her because that's Eric's other character.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And of course, we gotta figure out who, like, where Graywater went or what.
Yeah.
right.
I bet he's one of them.
Man, I forgot how many threads we got going
Yeah,
on here.
yeah.
This is
There's
awesome.
so much shit going on here,
Yeah.
Matt.
I gotta-
Game of Thrones.
You guys must be utterly confused at this point.
I gotta.
That's why we
think
need to
that
fight. We need a straightforward
Yeah.
fight.
We need to
death
No,
and
who
kill.
would go at
get the
it.
blood going here.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we went there last time, though, Bolin, you went up and saw them real quick.
Caroline did.
No,
Caroline.
did.
So there was a dwarf. Do we remember what they were?
There was a drow elf. That's what I remember.
There's a drow elf.
And I thought like some barbarian, but I don't remember. Maybe it could be different. Maybe it's different guys this time.
It's true.
It could be. And how long does it take us to prepare spells? Like if we want to switch them around, the spells that we know and
You need a long rest for that,
get
yeah.
a long rest, so we don't have time.
hmm
What do I have? I should be all right anyway. Because I only have a
Matt.
few options.
But you guys are getting a short rest right now as long as you're sitting here. And Niv, are you copying the cantrip into the book?
What time is it now?
3:30ish, pushing on 4 o'clock.
Okay. Is it possible for me to go back to our quarters to copy it?
That would be
by
possible,
myself?
yeah.
we
I
don't
mean,
have quarters anymore, do we?
of course, yeah, well, that's true. Feuerbrandt kicked you out, so you're not. He won't allow you back in at this point.
Yeah, I'm not calling him.
Yeah.
That's right. You took my phone away.
So
if we have like 6 hours, I'm going to take a trance so I can replenish my spells.
Yep,
for 4
yep.
hours.
So Bolin, I mean, so you guys are just gonna like hunker down
lay
here,
low
and just
here.
Chill out.
rest
Yeah,
around.
let's just
Yeah.
chill out.
And I
yeah,
want
yeah.
some
Absolutely.
private time, to
Yep.
And the waiter keeps
Uh,
bringing
Top,
food and drinks. I mean, as you can tell, it's like Timmy has quite a deep purse, which isn't strange that he serves a lady who has a mansion in the South Bank in Theondir, so
is
he's
this
got plenty of
just-
money.
Is this just a restaurant/tavern, or is it an inn as well?
It's just a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, tavern. They don't have any rooms here.
Okay. Yeah, I just need some alone time to copy this book.
Yeah.
Um,
And then I guess we'll get Timmy up here and tell him if he's
Oh, yeah, Timmy.
willing. You're in for the fight, then we'll see how that goes. And
All right.
you know,
That sounds like
if everything
a great
turns
idea.
out well, we'll bring you on board.
Yeah. Get
Oh,
your
so
shit
this
in
is
order, man.
something like a test then.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is your interview,
Okay.
and if you
Uh,
kill random
I-
people for no purpose, you are definitely out.
We're cutting you
This,
loose.
this
Yeah.
sounds great. I'm definitely excited about this. Like I said, I have 3 days. I'm free, so I'm looking for some adventure here. This sounds exciting. I've never been on this side of the entertainment, but we'll see how this goes.
All right, let's do this.
All
right, so after,
So- While
Many
I'm-
hours of relaxing. Niv is
Well-
copying his spell.
Yeah, what I want to
cantrip.
do is I want to bust out my disguise kit and disguise myself as just some rando, but with my nice clothes on. And then I'm going to go over to JP Franzén's.
Mm-hmm. At when it's approaching 9 o'clock, or do you want to do it right away?
Right
Yeah,
away. Yeah.
Right away. Okay. So were you copying the spell into your book, or you're not doing
Yeah,
that?
while I am away from these guys to copy that, I also want to do this.
Okay.
Uh,
So about 6 o'clock, then you make your way over to the over to the place, and you see inside of the windows, same sort of description. This place is full of people. Franzén is trying to reclaim his honor and to host a massive party. And the same sort of people are in there, very wealthy. You walk into the door, and JP Franzén sees you coming in and walks over. Oh, hello. May I interest you in joining us for this evening?
Well, I'm a little busy this evening, JP, but I've heard there's quite the show planned for this evening. Is that correct?
Oh, indeed. We've got several fighters who have been waiting since yesterday, and we have indeed also a group that will be joining us within a couple of hours as well.
Oh, some
hello, darling. Good to see you as well.
Fellows you found?
Oh, well, they are, shall we say, they are proficient in the arts of fighting, I would say. Nothing spectacular, but certainly able to hold their own water in a fight.
JP, you do yourself a disservice. It's always spectacular here.
Oh, well, yes, indeed. By the way, who were you? Give me a deception check, actually, to see how your disguise holds up.
15.
15. It feels as if I've seen you before. I can't quite place you, but
I think
have we
I
met
just have
before
that
here?
kind of face, JP. No, I can assure you we've never met before. But I would like to meet again many times if tonight goes as well as I think it will.
I hope you are interested in not only the wares and the glass that we are selling here, but also in perhaps putting in your own bid this evening. The bidding is, of course, what makes these evenings so exciting.
It does. And I would like to liven that up a bit. 30 platinum on the newcomers.
Oh, indeed. Would you like to make that payment now, or would you like to bid yourself when the time comes?
I'm afraid I have other business, so I'll do it now.
Indeed. Okay, I shall pay 30 platinum. Hopefully they will be bringing 5 fighters as they have promised. Is there any particular fighter you would like to place it on? You see, we always bid on individual fighters. I believe we do have something of an elf coming. We do have a halfling. We have a dragonborn. We have another human, and I'm not quite sure who they've rounded up for the 5th person, but which one of those would you like to place your platinum bid on?
Let's place it on the human.
On the human? Okay, indeed. Well, very well then, sir. What was your name? And I will put in your bid for your name, and hopefully we'll be seeing you soon again.
Sir Reginald.
Sir Reginald. Sir Reginald. And where are you coming from, Sir Reginald?
Hold on, I have to see if I actually have that written down. I don't think I have it on hard copy. I'm here on behalf of the Duke of Borgerding.
Okay. And he doesn't quite know who that is, but he doesn't want to look like an idiot, so he just pretends like he pretends like he understands you. Yes, the Duke of Borgerding. Yes, he was. If I do remember correctly, he was from either the town of Albania or maybe from Avonia, one of those two, if I remember correctly. Yes. Yes, Sir Reginald. Indeed, a 30 platinum on the human. And if there is a favorable result, I will have your platinum prepared for you when you return. And I would encourage you, please, to look at the glasswares before you leave.
Yeah, and I'll just browse around a little bit. Not impressed, really, with what I see. Like, this is all old hat.
Okay. And you take off, I'm assuming, then after a few minutes and leave and head back to the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Okay. The time is now about 7 o'clock at night. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
While he's doing that, I realized I don't really actually have a costume. I just have a cloak from last week. Is there any way I could find like somewhere? I'm thinking of like an actual masquerade mask. I don't necessarily. I can't go back to the original dude from last time, but I want to get like a mask. Buy a mask that goes over my face to actually have like somewhat of a costume, if that works. Is that something I can do?
I mean, we'll say that there are, because the festivities are coming, and because it is a pretty big deal in Theondir, we'll say that you did in fact pass by a cart that was selling sort of masquerade masks, and you'd be able to pick up a mask for... For 3 silver pieces, you could pick up a pretty nice mask.
All right, that's all I really wanted. I just wanted to make sure.
Yep, go ahead and mark that down. The time is now 8:30 at night.
With that cantrip, then Matt, I have to spend the 50 gold, correct?
So when you are using the cantrip as a level 1 wizard, you would have to spend 100 gold pieces worth of stones. And
no, I mean to copy it into the book.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, I misunderstood you. Yeah, 50 gold pieces to copy it in.
Okay. And now cantrips, I'm limited, so I have to forget one, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you can cast it as many times as you want.
Yeah, well, that's not that big a deal because Blade Ward is garbage, and I just want to get rid of that. So, and that is called transorbification.
Transorbification, yeah. And I will shoot you over these spells. I'll send them to you later.
But you weren't able to get the other one, the Breath of Haleth.
Yeah, I can't learn that one yet.
All right. Yeah, I think we're ready to roll, aren't we?
Okay. So a platinum piece is how many gold?
10 gold piece.
Okay.
So you did 300 gold? Nice.
So that would be 5 platinum then I'd be down to learn that spell.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Matt, one other thing I wanted to ask you, that cloak I got, the outside's like a dark blue going to light blue. When I turn it inside out, what color is it? Is it black or is it the same color?
No, it's it is sort of a blackish, but remember and when you turn it around inside out, it begins to sort of help you meld in with the surroundings around you.
Yeah, so like the blue cloak is just a normal cloak, but looks really good, and then the black is when I'm okay. So that's what I'll say, like I'm putting the black cloak on. Like right now I have the blue cloak. I just want to double check that.
Yep. Okay, so about 5 minutes to 9 o'clock, you guys make your way over to the overhead, Fine Crystal and Glasswares by J.P. Franzén. And once again, you come to the store. It's this massive white building, juts like a square tower, high above the surrounding buildings, really stands out, rounds off into sort of a dome at the top. The front of the same 2 glass ornate doors that you saw before, covered with masterful etchings, and above the doors that sparkling crystal orb. With etched into it the overhead Fine Crystal and Glasswares by Sir J.P. Franzén. And as you enter, Trego, Niv, and Caroline, the guests begin to look at you. And Trego, are you wearing your mask at this point? We lost Trego there.
No, I am not.
You're not wearing your glass. Okay.
No. I'm walking in knowing fully well what this might cause.
Yep. Niv, you are still wearing your disguise?
No, I am back to my normal.
You're back. Okay. So as you guys walk in, the 3 of you, Trego, Niv, and Caroline, you're immediately recognized by several of the guests from the night before, and they begin to scoff at you. In particular, you're met by an older gentleman. Niv, you recognize this as the guy that you had your hustle with. His wife is also scowling at
Forgot about that, dude.
you. The old man in this fluffy orange and white shirt, he walks up to you and snorts at you and says, "Oh, so you are back again. Do you actually plan on staying a bit longer tonight? I sure hope so. I'm keen on making some money tonight, as well as, of course, having my spirits lifted. This evening is precisely what I've needed, especially after one of my most prized rental properties in the central city was recently destroyed by an enormous fire." And Franzén immediately sees you guys and runs over, excited now that you've actually showed up. And he runs over to you and sees Bolin for the first time and sees Timmy as well. Oh, it's good that you've came now. Are these the others that will be fighting with you? He says to you, Trago.
Yes, this is our 5. We've acquired an additional, so now we are actually ready to partake in tonight's entertainment. But as Niv is having this conversation with that asshole dude, I want to kind of like nudge Bolin and be like, should we give him a bottle of wine as recompense?
Who,
The old guy.
No, the old guy that's giving Niv shit.
Yes.
I mean, should we? I mean, it's probably
Maybe not right
valuable.
now. I mean,
Do you mean a bottle of wine or a bottle of wine?
A bottle of wine. Wait, no, I wouldn't know that that's what you gave me anyway. Shit.
that's true.
I wouldn't know. Yeah. So never mind.
So JP Franzén eagerly greets you guys, and he leads you to the back of the room, and through the same set of smoky glass doors that you, Caroline, had walked through the previous evening. And the doors open up into the same winding stairway that makes its way to the top level of the building. And here, once again, the stairway emerges into a vast auditorium-like space. Caroline, you remember this space from yesterday. It's a hexagonal room with black wooden floors and an elevated hexagonal stage in the center, also constructed out of blackened wood. In the middle of the stage is a silver pedestal covered with a thick black cloth draped over an object, and that hangs halfway down the pedestal. And next to the pedestal is the same small weathered wooden table upon which sits the same 4 small flasks, each of which contains a different colored shimmering liquid. One of them is reddish orange, one is rich blue, one is green with hints of brown, and one clearer with hints of light blue and yellow. And above you, some 40 feet up in the air, is an enormous white dome ceiling that is entirely blank, lined at its bottom with these golden flourishes and trim. And around half of the stage are 4 rows of maroon plush seats, with each row elevated a bit higher than the row in front of it. And on the other half of the stage sits 2 long wooden benches, one on each side. And on the far bench sits the same motley crew of rough-looking individuals that Caroline had previously brushed up with. Each of them is wearing what appears to be armor and bearing weapons of one sort or another. You see immediately what looks to be a war-hardened Genasi woman, a sneering male Goliath, a stone-cold dwarf male, a female drow sitting there in silence, and off to the side by himself, a regal-looking Eldrin Feywild elf sitting proudly on his own. And I could go ahead and give you a view of how this situation looks.
Yeah, all right. We need a map. We haven't had a map for a while.
All right, there we go. That's how it looks. This setup here, and you have JP Franzén. Eventually, after the guests begin to trickle up into this place and they begin to make their way up the stairs, sipping their sparkling drinks, they begin to file into and fill up the maroon seats around the stage. And you can tell that there are many sort of notable, important, and wealthy individuals here in this crowd. And what you failed to notice before, you notice now, lined along the back wall are numerous figures in white grayish robes, what appears to be security personnel that are meant to ensure everyone's safety, order, and enjoyment of the evening.
Wait, white, gray, is that like a uniform? Is that like, does Sincari wear that, or is that just...
Oh, it's hard to know. Give me a perception check, actually, Trago.
I got it. Fucking dogs on my lap here.
Matt, do I recognize...
No, I didn't make it. I didn't make it.
Do I recognize any of the elves?
Give me a...
Fae or Drow?
Give me an investigation.
12.
12. No, you don't recognize any of them. They don't seem to be someone you've seen before. Franzén, now, having gone down the stairs in order to gather the other guests and bring them up, is the last to come up into the auditorium. And he gestures for you all to have a seat on the bench opposite the other group. And he takes a spot there in the center by that clear orb. And once you are seated, he puffs out his chest and begins to deliver something of a speech. My esteemed ladies and gentlemen, friends from the far corners of Theondir and beyond, I, Sir J.P. Franzén, the owner and operator of the Overhead Fine Crystal and Glasswares, would like to welcome you to tonight's main event, Underground at the Overhead. Thank you for your patience and for your willingness yesterday to postpone our event. The postponement, however, is all to your benefit. For tonight we have a show even more spectacular, even more nail-biting, and even more dangerous than anything we had planned last night. And with that, he dramatically whips off the black cloth that was on the pedestal, revealing this enormous crystal clear orb that immediately shoots this beam of light, white light, up into the white dome and illuminating it, bathing it in this magnificent glow. Tonight we shall follow the pattern of any of the other evenings we have hosted. We will begin with the pairing, then the bidding, and finally the showdown.
May we... a little bit deeper than we thought.
May we please have our first two fighters on stage.
Is this one-on-one? Not
Wait, we're not
melee, not a brawl.
And there is a roaring round of applause as the dwarf immediately jumps up onto the stage next to the orb. Let me throw him up there.
Because can you go over who their team is again, Matt?
Yep.
We only know their races, though. We don't know what their classes are.
Right.
So they have a mountain dwarf who jumps up onto the stage. They have a drow. They have an earth genasi. They have a Goliath. And they have an Eladrin Fey elf.
All right, I'll go first.
We going against the dwarf?
So, Caroline.
What is an Eladrin Fey elf? Do we know what an Eladrin, does that mean anything? Or is it just a type
what
of
is
elf?
what is
Eladrin?
Yeah, Eladrin's that.
It's a
probably their
special kind of it's a special kind of elf that
race
that none of you have ever seen before. These are rather exotic fighters. It's amazing how they even are here in Theondir.
So Sora is going to stay back. I mean, I don't want her into the middle of this unless I call her.
Okay.
And the dwarf is up first?
Yes, the dwarf steps forward, as does Caroline. And J.P. Franzén turns to both of you and says, please go ahead and introduce yourselves so that everyone has a chance to see what they are bidding on. And he turns to you, Caroline.
And I'll step forward and you know, I've been wearing my Druid hood, so I'll have I'll throw that off and introduce myself. And then I'll call Sora over and she'll come sit by me. And I'll say, I don't know, who I am, give him the background, that I'm a Dragonborn, etc., etc.
Ah, very well, very well. And then he turns to the dwarf. And the dwarf turns and says, "Our name's Adingir Rarthith. I'm a mountain dwarf, one of the greatest in my area, and I am here to show all of you that the power of the dwarfs is a power not to be reckoned with. And he steps back. And JP Franzén looks around and says, now, before we get into the bidding, we need to get clear about a few quick details and a few quick rules. Magic or not? He looks to you, Caroline.
Hell yeah.
The dwarf says, I don't want any of this magic casting. Very well, says JP Franzén, we shall flip a coin. And he goes ahead and flips it, and there will be no magic allowed. It's up to you to follow that if you want.
Okay.
No magic tonight. Yes.
Like
weapons or not? In the first fight.
Oh, okay.
In this fight.
What the?
Weapons or not?
So JP, is this what are the rules here? This is a fight to the death, or what is this?
Oh, I'll get to that soon. The question is, do you want fists alone, or do you want weapons involved?
Oh, I want weapons.
Weapons. The dwarf says, of course I want weapons. I've got my axe with me. Very well then, it shall be weapons, says JP Franzén. And the most important rule of all, we fight only to the point of unconsciousness. And then the winning fighter administers a healing potion to revive the loser. And with that, he passes each of you a greater healing potion that you are able to take with you.
Okay.
And after that, Franzén turns each of the two fighters to face the crowd so that the crowd can size them up. And they begin their bidding. One guy in the crowd begins to shout out, all right, I've got 200 gold pieces on the dwarf. Somebody on the other side says, 250 on the dragonborn. 300 on the dwarf. And Franzén says, any more bidders, any more bidders, any more bidders? Oh, I've got 400 on the dragonborn. 400 on the dragonborn. Okay, any other bidders? Any other bidders? And that is where you guys can bid if you want.
I'll put 10 silver on the dragonborn.
50 platinum on the dwarf, though. Oh, this could be interesting.
All right, I'm putting 10 platinum on myself.
10 platinum on the on him as well. Okay.
And
anyone else?
Are there the candles in this room?
There are sconces, yes, that are on the walls. Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
Hey Matt, can I put on my costume that I bought?
You can. Sure.
Okay. I'd like to put on my costume. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gotta pee real quick, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, should we take a 2-minute break here?
Sure.
Yeah, I need another beer.
All right, quick break.
My butt. Might as well.
All right, let's get back into this, guys. So JP Franzén is calling out for different bids, and here's the way this works. The side that gets the most support, you pool all of that money together, and then all of the money goes into that single fighter. And if the fighter wins, the winning side gets the initial investment back plus 50%. If the other side wins, they get that the winnings plus 50%. So whoever's bidding here, basically they're making an investment. They're trying to make an investment in you to see how you're going to be doing. And right now we've got 500 gold pieces and 10 silver on Caroline. So he is in fact the winning bid for the evening. So JP,
it was my 10 silver that put it over the edge.
Yeah.
Kiss on your 10 silver.
So JP Franzén pulls a coin out of his pocket, and he looks to you guys, each of you, Caroline, and he looks at at Aidinger, and he says to you, Caroline, heads or tails?
Oh, heads.
Tails.
Fuck.
And he turns then. He then turns to the dwarf. Please, sir, pick one of the 4 liquids. And the dwarf walks over to the table, and Franzén says, here we have 4 to choose from. Fire, water, earth, or air. And the dwarf pauses for a second. As a mountain dwarf, he says, I take the fire, and he snatches up the orangest liquid and brings it back to Franzén and gives it back to him. The orb is shooting up this light as normal, and Franzén uncorks the top and pours this liquid over the top of the orb. And immediately the orb begins to change colors from its clear and light into this orangish, dark, fiery sort of glow. And as you look into the orb, you can see fire jumping inside of the orb. And Franzén gestures for both of you, the dwarf and Caroline, to place your hands upon the orb, palms downward.
I'd wait for the dwarf to do it.
Dwarf walks over, places his hand on the orb, and immediately his eyes roll back. His body goes catatonic, as if it's frozen. He doesn't move.
I'm going to turn to JP and I say, what the hell is this?
It's the entertainment. Of course, we're not going to shed blood in my fine establishment now, are we?
Do what now? All right, I'll put my hand on it.
As you place your hand on the orb, Caroline, suddenly your body also goes catatonic. Your eyes roll back, and you are immediately transported into another dimension of a sort. You open your eyes, and there, standing in front of you, is an orb of a clear color like the other one, and across from you is the dwarf. As you look around, you see that you are in fact standing on a bridge, a cracking old stone bridge. Below you is a river of lava. You can feel the heat coming up, and there is fire bursts all around you coming out of the stones. And let me go ahead and show you how that's going to look.
Can we?
So do we notice
Is it
what's going
like
on?
projecting on a video, like a
Yeah,
TV
like
or something?
Yeah.
A plasma screen.
Yeah.
So I'll show it, Caroline, what this looks like, and then I'll tell you guys what you in fact see.
Oh, jeez.
Let me see. There we go.
Sweet.
All right. So let me get your orb up here. I need to get the other thing back. One for Franzén. And I need your figurines. Okay. So here you guys are. In the center of this bridge is this glowing reddish orb.
Is Sora with him, or is it just Caroline?
No, it's just
Sora is not with him. It's just Caroline. And what happens now, as soon as they place their hands on this, you see them go catatonic, the rest of you. And immediately what happens is the light beam that was projected into this dome above you immediately goes reddish orange. And you see this projected image of this scene up into the dome above you. You see this bridge, you see the fire, and all of the people watching begin to lower their seats, their chairs back as they begin to prepare.
Real fire?
It's real fire. You've been transported to another dimension of sorts. And now, Caroline, you need to go ahead and roll initiative.
Mother.
I was not expecting this at all.
Yeah, right.
I got a 4.
See, this is what Matt was pushing for the last 2 sessions.
He's worked so hard. He's like, God damn it.
Plus your is that included with your bonus?
What? Which bonus am I looking
Your
at?
dexterity or initiative.
Initiative bonus. Top middle of your character sheet.
It's 7.
7. Okay, so you begin. Go ahead, Caroline. You are the first one to start.
So I'm going to cast Ensnaring Strike.
There's no magic.
Oh, yes, there is.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Hell, first
Well, you might
fucking
be
move,
screwing
man.
the rest of us. You might be screwing the rest of us later.
Yeah, tough.
All right, here we go.
All right, so go ahead and cast it.
Cheaters
Okay,
never
so-
win, Paul.
Ensnaring Strike. What that is like when I hit him with anything, it wraps thorny vines around him, so he can't move.
Okay. Yep.
So it's one bonus action. It's a casting time is one bonus action, so I get to cast this and then
Then you have
attack.
any action. Yeah.
Okay.
So is this a distance between us?
Yep. So you guys are at this point. Yeah, you are 40 feet away from each other.
Okay, so I'll cast that and then I'm going to shoot him with an arrow.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead. Give me a roll.
I got a 12.
A 12. You miss. So as you shoot your arrow, it goes flying over his head, and he kind of laughs at you. Seeing that something has sort of emanated out of your body, he looks at you and says, "Magic casting, eh? Well, perhaps we're not following all of the rules then." And he's gonna go ahead and take his turn now. He can't get to you, obviously, because he's a dwarf. He can't get all the way to you and attack. But he is going to go ahead and try to at least move up to you his 25 feet. And he's going to... he's going to see if he can throw one of his... let's see. No, he doesn't have any throwing weapons. So he is actually going to have to end his turn there. You're
Okay.
up, Caroline.
All right, take another shot at him.
Okay.
17.
17. Miss, actually.
What?
Just
What?
barely misses.
Holy
Actually,
shit.
well, we'll
Level-
say it actually strikes him, but it doesn't actually pierce his armor. It bounces off of his armor, and it doesn't actually come through.
So wait a minute.
So he's...
Does my spell still affect him though?
If it doesn't hit though.
Oh, it doesn't hit. All right.
No. So he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna charge the rest of the way into you, and he's gonna come into contact with you, and he's going to take a strike at you with his warhammer, and that'll be a 15.
So what? I got an armor class of 15. So
15. We'll give it to the attacker, if that's okay with you.
no.
I'll tell you what. I'll roll 10 plus. I get it. Nope. Okay. You got it. We'll give it to you then. So he comes with his axe and misses you. As you can see in his eyes, his glowing red hatred. That's the end of his turn.
So now I got to pull out my two short swords. And I'll attack him with those.
Okay. Go for it.
So I've got two of them. Does that mean I get two attacks or one?
You have one in
The
each
short-
hand.
Yep.
With the short
You
swords,
have,
because they're light
you have-
weapons, right?
Yep.
Yep.
two
Are
short-
they light weapons?
Yep.
So the way that would work is that on your offhand you would get the you wouldn't
don't
get your
the
bonus for the
You don't get
damage.
your bonus attack.
All right. So I got an 11 and 15.
15. So both of them come shook misses as he kind of steps back and gives a laugh at you. He's going to come back at you again, this time attacking with his warhammer again. And this time he rolls an 8, so he comes slashing down and misses you as well. Go ahead and come back.
All right, here we go. 18 and
Hit.
3.
Okay, the first one hits.
Okay, so the question is, has it been under a minute since I cast the spell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see here. I hit him with short sword is 1d6, which is 4 points plus the spell. So now the spell wraps him in a vine, and he takes another 1d6.
Okay.
Let's see. Ooh, 6. So 10 points total.
Nice.
Writhing mass of thorny vines appears at the point of impact. Target must succeed on a strength saving throw, or be restrained by the magic vines until the spell ends.
Oh, that's cocked. And that's a fail.
Okay.
So he's restrained.
So he's restrained. He could take 10 points total. And now the question is, the duration of the spell is 1 minute. How long has it been since I cast it?
It's been only, let's see, a total of like 24 seconds.
Okay. So he's restrained for 36 more seconds.
Yep, and he, attack rolls against him have advantage.
Yep.
Yep.
Right, so he doesn't get a roll then.
He can attack you, but he has disadvantage when he's restrained.
All right, so it's his go.
Okay, so he's gonna come back and try to attack with you, and that's gonna definitely fail with a 10. So he's all way wrapped up. He can't quite move, so he's unable to swing at you. Misses completely. Go ahead and attack back.
19 and 9.
Okay, the first one hits.
4.
4. Okay. So you meet home, and he comes back again. The spell is still on. He's still restrained. And so once again, oh my goodness, he's gonna miss with a 10. So he's tries to strike you, but he is entirely wrapped up. He can't do much at all. You've still got a few more shots at him before the spell is over.
There we go. 20.
Hits.
What?
14.
First one hits.
All right.
Roll damage.
2.
2. Okay.
Just like picking away.
Well, you
And
know,
here's his last
you
go
should
at
have
it
a
before
bonus
the
to
restrainment
your
comes
damage
off,
roll.
and he is going to natural 1. He's going to miss again.
Nice.
Yeah, you
So
should have
you have
some sort of
advantage
bonus
now.
on your attack, on your
You
damage,
should be-
don't you? Did you roll a 1 on the damage?
No, I rolled a 2.
Don't you have like a
attack with
plus
the,
2
whatever
or?
your, because it would be what your either it would be your dexterity, because it's a light weapon,
Plus 3.
so it'd be
Okay.
5 damage then.
Okay, 5 then. Okay.
Because it's a light weapon, it would be plus your or plus your dex.
Okay,
If it's a heavy weapon, it's your strength.
I see.
Yep. So he misses again with a natural 1, and you get another attack on advantage before the spell goes off.
All right, so there's a 20 and a
Wow.
12.
12. First one hits.
But if I get it with advantage, I get to roll again, don't I?
Yeah, yep.
Never mind. That's another 5 points of damage.
Okay, wow. Holy moly. Okay, as the spell begins to wear off, the vines kind of fall off of him, and now he gets his full attack. Caroline, he looks you in the eye, absolutely enraged, and he grabs you, and he's gonna try now and pull you. And he says, "If we're not following rules, you're going off the bridge." And he starts to try and drag you. Give me a strength test here. Oh, geez.
12.
Oh God.
Matt rolled a nat 20. Or
I
you
rolled a
one.
2. I rolled a 2.
Oh.
So as he
Thank
begins
God.
to pull you, Caroline, you're able to break out of his arms, and he isn't able to drag you. How
Are we still close
unfortunate.
together?
Yeah, you're still in combat next to each other right here. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna spit on him, and then I get my 2 attacks because the spitting
Okay.
is like a.
Surprise! Timmy Fizzlebottom's been invisible the whole
Welcome back, Timmy.
So he's got to make a dexterity save against my spit.
Okay. Yep.
Oh yeah, you have
Oh,
poison.
is it a
don't
free
you?
attack? Is it a free action?
Yes.
He fails.
Yeah. So it's 2d6.
Going
Why are
to
you
lop
spitting on
thesaurus
him?
on
Oh yeah, Dragonborn have the
He's got poisoned spit. I
yeah.
think.
Right.
Dragonborn have.
So that's 5 total. Plus I get
5. Okay. Yeah.
2 swings at him.
So you spit in his face, and just the acid begins to burn on his skin, and he screams out, "Ah!" Clearly enraged.
Oh shit! So I got a 13 and a 9 on my 2 swings.
Okay, both of those miss as well. He's gonna go ahead now, and he's gonna try and swing around you with his movement. You're still in combat, so he's not actually gonna leave, but he's gonna try now and shove you.
Oh.
Once again, enraged, he's going to shove you off of the bridge.
Wait a minute. How tall is he?
He's a pretty big dwarf dude. He's not super tall compared to you, obviously, but we'll say he's about 5 foot.
Okay, so I'm like over 6 foot, so.
Let's go ahead and take a strength contest. Here we go.
17.
21.
Oh.
Oh no. So he's gonna be able to push you 5 feet backwards into the next square, and you are dangling on the edge of this stone bridge, and behind you you can feel the heat coming up from the lava below, and it is burning. That's the end of his turn.
Am I able to kind of roll out of it, or can I?
You can move. It's your turn. Move.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna.
You can disengage, but that would take your action up as well.
Can I?
You can move, and I get an attack of opportunity.
So I'm gonna counterattack him. I'm gonna push into him because I'm bigger than he is. Right?
You want to push him back then?
Yep.
Okay, let's give another strength contest.
Fuck. 13.
15. He doesn't budge.
All right.
All right, the dwarf, clearly angered at your breaking of the rules, is going to push you one more time off of the bridge. One more strength contest.
I had 12.
10.
Wah, wah.
You're so lucky. Oh. So he also tries to push into you. You push into him, he pushes back. Neither of you are moving. You're firmly fast on the ground.
That's what they're doing.
I give him
Your turn.
I give him a wet willy. All right, so I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna take a couple swipes at him.
Okay.
With the short swords.
By the way, the rest of you guys are seeing all of this happen in the dome above you when you're watching this. And you see as this dwarf is pushing Caroline to the edge of this bridge. I just want to let you guys know that in case.
And they're both
in
in
both
the
touching
arena. They're just holding onto the orb, like
they're both touching the orb, and they're catatonic. They're not moving. But
how
inside
far away
the
are
arena,
they from us, Matt?
They're fighting.
How far away are we from them touching the orb?
Let me see here. You guys are, if I can look underneath, you are probably about 25, 30 feet away.
How far away is JP from me?
He's about 20 feet.
Okay.
Can I stealthily cast Mage Hand? Is that something I can do? I don't want anybody to notice that I cast Mage Hand.
Give me a stealth. Give me a sleight of hand check.
That's gonna be good.
And is it noisy?
That's a natural 19. It's a 27.
Yeah.
Okay, so I cast Mage Hand, and you said they're 25 to 30 feet away from us.
Yeah.
And because I'm an arcane trickster, my Mage Hand is invisible. I'm going to like start punching the dwarf like right up in his crotch area.
Who's
See if
stuck
that
into
helps.
the...
Yeah. Because I have a 30-foot range with my Mage Hand. It's invisible, and I'm just going to try to like start messing with this junk.
How hard are you hitting him?
Well, it can only carry like 10 pounds, so it's not very strong.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm like flicking his balls basically, just to see if it distracts him at all.
Okay. Yep. Well, we'll take it. I will mark that down.
Okay.
Caroline, you're making your attack inside of the orb.
All right, I got a 7 and a 19.
7 and a 19. Okay, 19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
7 points.
7 points. Wow. Oh. So you strike this guy now, and he blood comes flying out of his chest. He is seriously hurt, and he is going to try one last attempt to push you off. 14.
You got a 14?
14.
Yeah, I got an 11.
Oh! Down he goes.
So all of you in the room see this as the dwarf pushes Caroline off of the bridge. And you see as Caroline's body begins to fall backwards. And as it's falling towards the lava, there's enough time. You see the dwarf pull out his potion of greater healing that he was supposed to give to Caroline and slams it on the ground, shattering everywhere. Caroline, you fall into the lava. And you take, initially from the fall...
I'm running forward with my greater healing potion when I see that.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
18 points of damage from the fall. And then from the fire, you take an additional...
You might be dead.
3 points of damage.
That's it?
I suppose he comes out of the trance, though.
Oh, yeah. Does he, like...
Yeah, I'm running forward with my greater healing potion right now. Does he come too, or...
Do I take my hand off the...
The only way you can get out of this is if you go and place your hand on the orb inside of the dimension.
Oh, I see. Alright,
so Caroline, you are writhing in pain and burning in the lava.
Do I have the wherewithal to kind of communicate with Sora? Can I tell her to attack the dwarf?
She can't hear you.
She can't hear
and
me.
I can see. We can see this above that he's in.
You can see that Caroline is writhing in pain.
Can I try to?
In the lava.
I'm super weak, but can I pull him off the thing? I want to try to pull his hand off the orb.
Okay, with your mage hand.
Well, I'm running up there with my thing. I'm like actually there. I want to pull.
Okay, so as you run up to the orb, this is Caroline began by casting magic, and this guy, he also obviously is cheating, not following the rules. He runs up as well to the orb and places his hand on the orb, and immediately you guys who are in JP Franzén's place, you see the orb immediately snap back into life, and he pulls out his axe, seeing you, Trago, coming at you, begins to swipe at you. The other bench is cleared as they begin to run towards you guys. I want you all now to roll initiative.
Fuck.
Go.
Okay, let's start out with, is there anybody 25 to 20?
I got a 21.
Can someone just give me a quick, 30-second high level what the hell happened when the 2 hours I was gone?
Yeah, go ahead, guys.
So,
give them a summary.
We got a single fight where each fighter puts their hand on an orb and gets transported to a different realm.
Well, we need to start before that, though.
This is
Timmy,
JP.
Timmy joined us.
Yeah, to fight at JP's because Timmy kind of knows JP.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of rested for a few hours, and then now 9 o'clock we're here. And it turns out it's a one-on-one fight.
It's a one-on-one fight. You touch your hand to the orb, and you get transported
to a different dimension.
Caroline cheated and used magic when he wasn't supposed to, and so the other guy who was supposed to have a healing potion for him broke it and said basically "fuck you." So I ran forward to try to help him out and give him a healing potion. And then everybody kind of just benches cleared. It's full on.
So it's all of us
baseball.
together now.
Fucking ball
Yeah, we're all
now.
together. Yeah, now
All
it's just
together now.
everybody against.
And I'm
everybody.
burning
Are
up.
we all touching?
And Caroline is melting in
burning
the
up
lava.
in the lava.
Matt,
What is your dex bonus, Bolin?
My dex bonus.
Yeah, what is your
is 2 plus 2.
2. Okay, so Bolin goes first, followed by Tool, Stone Smasher, the Goliath,
Smash.
Yep. So he goes next. All right. Are there any 15 to 20s?
I'm
Am I
at
supposed to
15.
roll here?
No.
You can go ahead and roll,
think so.
Carolina. It won't, because you get a chance to do something.
What about Sora though?
Yeah, I'm at 15, Matt.
15? Okay.
I'm at 15 too. Oh, and Sora, yeah. But she's probably...
Well, you're still in the orb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for Sora as well.
She would still know enough to like fight
Sora
people,
got a
right?
9.
A
Yeah.
9,
I mean, I
okay.
would've-
10 to 15?
I got a 12.
12, okay.
Terrible roll.
Caroline goes in. If Caroline goes unconscious, he's gonna stop
gonna
touching the orb. He's
Hopefully.
gonna stop touching the orb, and then I can help him after that.
Yeah.
So he'll be
But
alright.
now we got to deal with the other 4 fuckers.
Okay, 10 to 15?
Well, I got a 15.
15, okay. Sorry, 5 to 10?
Sora got a 9.
9, okay.
Yeah, I had a 12. Dan had a 15. That should be all of us, right? Oh, then.
Okay, and 0 to 5?
No, that would be everybody.
And we have, let's see, we gotta add Timmy there.
It's at 9, I think you said.
Yep.
Matt, will
And-
the dwarf retain his same amount of hit points, or will he be back to normal after he gets out of the dimension?
I guess we
we'll
don't
say
know
this.
that.
I mean,
We'll say this: when he comes back, he looks like he is still hurting quite severely. So yeah. Yep.
So did
Very
he
good.
pull his hand off the orb?
Yep. So
Yeah,
he
the
went
dwarf did?
inside this dimension. He went up and ran up and touched the orb. And back in the room, you see as he pulls his hand off, pulls out his axe, and now jumps into combat as the bench is cleared and everyone runs in.
What is? Can
Bolin.
we tell what that orb is made out of?
Give me an investigation check real quick when you walk into the room.
That would be 15.
15. It looks to be nice, really fine crystal, in fact. Probably something that JP Franzén himself made.
Okay.
All right. He is down. Wow, yeah. Bolin, you are up first. What would you like to do? You are right over here, by the way.
yeah. Alright. I'm gonna cast Bane.
Nice.
I'm gonna cast Bane on the Drow, the Drow elf, the Fey elf, and then the Stone Masher Goliath guy.
Stone Smasher here, yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna cut my hand a little bit and to create a drop of blood. Charisma saving throw.
Okay, for all of them then, all 3 of them, right?
Yep.
Okay. Charisma saving throw. The Stone Smasher fails miserably. Let's see. You cast it on the Eldridrin. Is going to charisma. Also fails, and because you have a 13, is that right?
14.
14. And then the last drow is going to pass with a 17.
Okay.
So what does Bane do?
They have to roll a d4 on a failed saving throw, and it's subtracted from all their attack rolls or saving throws.
And, yeah.
Nice.
Perfect.
That's
Okay.
gonna be a huge help.
That's the Goliath and the
Goliath
Fey
and
elf
the
failed.
Fey.
Okay.
All right. So anything else you want to do, Bolin?
No, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. The Goliath now is going to he's going to try and run over to you, Bolin, because you cast that spell on him. 40 feet, and he's going to make it in.
He's got 40
He'll come
feet distance.
He's got
Yeah.
40 feet of
Big.
speed. Yeah.
Long legs.
He's a big dude. He's a huge guy. And he's going to come in and take his great axe, and he's going to try and slice it down right on top of your head. And he's going to roll out a 16.
Warding flare. I'm going to use warding flare.
Okay.
Which, I forget what it does. Can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Okay. And that is actually perfect because he'll roll a 10 on his second one.
Nice.
So he misses.
Sucker.
So you just move aside and shoo, this great axe, this massive great axe, come down and just slams right into the wooden floor and sort of splinters fly up around him. That is the end of his turn. Addinger, the dwarf, is going to go ahead on Trago and take an attack on you because he's right next to you. He runs up to you and will roll a 9. It's going to miss you.
That's going to miss.
So wait a minute, didn't Trago try to like push me off the orb or something?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's what I tried to pull.
Before all the melee happened.
Did he try to hit me?
I think that
I tried to get him off the orb.
the dwarf woke up before
Initially.
that, though, right?
But
The dwarf came out, yeah, and we'll say the dwarf came out and actually met you there. Niv, you're up.
My turn, eh?
Wait, did the dwarf miss?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dwarf missed me.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Caroline, you're on deck, but you're burning in lava.
I am going to cast
Have two characters real
suggestion
quick.
on the Goliath.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell him to fight the drow. Can I do that with
Okay.
suggestion?
You might not be able to because if they're already in combat with us, that might not.
Let me look it up here real quick.
Just says creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. Suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable. So that's why, is that reasonable?
Can it be reasonable for him to push me off the orb?
Oh,
That's a good question. Is it reasonable? I'll tell you what. I'll roll for that. See if it's reasonable.
Okay, because otherwise I'll just say, protect me and my friends.
That's well. I mean, he's attacking you right now, so I don't know. I'll tell you what. I'll roll this. And if it's 10 up, then I'll say the first suggestion was reasonable.
Okay.
19. Yeah, we'll say it's reasonable.
Okay. So then he also has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes. Okay. Right. Here we
If
go.
they failed, then he does what I say.
Man, he rolls a 13. What is your
14.
save? 14. So it
14.
goes off.
So that's
How long does that last?
8 hours.
8 hours. Attack the drow.
Jesus Christ! 8 hours.
We have another ally.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll hire him.
Okay. Anything else you want to do, Niv?
Can I move towards Caroline?
You can. Yeah.
Yeah, movement's 30 feet.
Yeah, you can move all the way up to him.
Yeah, I'm going to move right beside him. I'm going to
Okay.
prepare to yank him off of there next round, I think.
All right. Caroline, you are up. You are in the middle of a lava field.
So,
I'm going to go ahead and roll damage for you first.
well, hold on.
before
So
we
how? Yeah, I guess.
15 damage.
15.
15. I rolled super high.
All right, so I'm dead.
Unconscious.
Okay,
Right?
so as you're flopping around this lava, Caroline, your body begins to burn, and you let out this scream, and all of you can almost see this in the projected above you. It's as if they had like zoomed in on Caroline burning to death, and immediately, Caroline, when you
Can I do the thumbs up
die.
as you sink?
Yeah.
Immediately as you die within the lava, your body goes limp and you fall off of the orb in the room, and you are lying on the ground unconscious.
So he looks pretty fucked up though. Like he's
We will
wrecked.
have to take a death saving throw next round.
Okay. So I was going to
Not
take
this
my
one though.
greater healing, but that's out.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is we have Voronar, the Druid. The Druid is going to go ahead and this guy right here is going to take a shot over onto you, Caroline. Or sorry, not Caroline. Onto you, Niv. Caroline's already dead. And that will be, he's going to miss you. So his arrow flies right over your head, and he is unable to connect with you. And then he's going to go ahead and move. We're going to bring him across over here. And that will be the end of his turn. Trago, you're up.
Okay, so which one am I here in the melee? That's me
right
right here.
Yep.
Who do we have all around me? If you could just point them
here's
out.
the dwarf. Here's Caroline. Here's Niv. Over here you've got Sora. You've got the Tool. Here's Bolin. Here's Timmy. Here's the elf. Here's the drow. There's the other one that they have there.
What?
And
Okay, so who's that right there?
that's JP. Here.
That's JP.
He's just chilling there.
Franzén, JP should also.
I see Bolin
We'll add JP at the bottom of the list.
drop off.
He's fighting too?
Oh.
Or a
Oh,
Caroline.
he gets a turn. He's not just going to stand there.
Oh, okay.
What was the one? What? I'm sorry. The southernmost one that's right by me. What? That one right there. Yeah. What was he?
That's the dwarf guy.
That's
Who's
the dwarf.
looking pretty hurt from the fight with Caroline.
Get the dwarf.
Okay. I'm going to. Shit. There's nobody next to him though, right?
Nope.
Just
I don't
you.
have advantage. So, but I'm gonna attack him. I want to like knock
Okay.
him out of the.
Go for it. Yep.
That's gonna miss. Ah,
Okay.
fuck. And as a bonus action, I'm going to disengage
Okay, perfect. Yep.
and,
then you can move
move.
if you want.
How far can I move as a disengage?
Well, you can disengage your bonus
Full
action, then
movement.
you have your full movement left.
Okay, so I'm gonna disengage and move kinda towards Bolin and that other guy, but more south a little bit. A little bit more. Like that way, yeah.
Towards
That,
Sora.
as far as I can go. As far as I
Okay.
can go that direction.
And that will bring you. Get off me, Caroline. We'll bring you right in front of Sora there.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
That's gonna be my action bonus. Yeah, that's everything.
Okay. Sora's turn.
God damn it.
Sora, what would you like to do?
Well, now
Here's
that
Sora right here.
I'm dead, or conscious, or whatever, she may not know what to do. I mean, her natural instinct is to protect me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she probably logically would go after the dwarf who's right next to you,
That's what I'm thinking. So I guess she goes
Yeah.
up to the dwarf.
and she has plenty of movement. All right.
Matt, how far did I move? My movement's 25.
Yep. You move 25 feet.
25. Okay. So
Yep.
realistically, next round, if Caroline is still there, I can run up, dump a potion in his mouth, right?
Yep. You can
Okay.
use that as your action. Yep.
Okay,
You can
that's-
move and then.
I just
yep.
want to make sure I can do that. Cool.
Absolutely. Yep.
So I got a 14.
14. Okay. She misses. So she comes in with her teeth, jumping up, lunging at him, and the dwarf is able actually to brush her off, slam her off with his arm, and she falls down right on the ground in front of him. Okay. The next one we have is the drow, the rogue, and she is boy, she can go 30 feet here. She's going to come around here on the side of you, Niv. And she will give an attack onto you, Niv, here. Oh, I'm rolling terrible. Oh, man, that's a...
Depends on your perspective.
Yeah, that's like a
I would disagree, yeah.
9.
Really great.
Miss. So she misses entirely. Pulls out her... She's flustered from all this excitement. Pulls out her sword and misses entirely. That'll be the end of her turn. Timmy, you are up. You're up here on the side here, Timmy. This is you
Show
right
Show us
here.
your stuff, Timmy.
Am I close enough to punch anyone?
You can move into the combat with the Stone Smasher guy right here, or you could charge over
But
here.
he's helping
He's
us
a-
now.
He's helping us.
Okay,
can
so
make
I
it
want to
over
go
to
to.
his
I
elf.
want to. So is the dwarf guy dead?
Not yet,
Close.
no. He's
Eric,
hurting.
you have cutting words too?
How far away is he, though? He's pretty far from you.
Yeah, I have cutting words.
Okay. Just as a reminder.
He's going to be 40 feet away.
So I want to attack, if I can, I want to attack someone with a punch.
Okay. We can move you over here to this Fae here.
Okay.
Yep. Go ahead and roll your attack.
The Fae has a minus D4 on the saving throw.
That is
That's
a
right.
16.
Oh. Natural 20.
That's a
So you miss
You get a
there.
saving throw versus punches?
No, I was just as a reminder.
Oh.
If you want.
So
to pass
as
it
you
to-
come running across Timmy, you come flying across and strike out, and the Fey elf is able to pull aside, and your fist goes right into the wall, and the stone shatters. And you guys are like, "Whoa,
Okay, one
that
punch
was
Timmy
quite a
over
powerful
there.
punch." Timmy, anything else you want to do?
That's about all I can do, huh?
That's about it. Yeah.
You have a bonus action and a movement. Remember your reaction as cutting words. I'm just going to throw that out. Don't want to metagame too much, but
Well, but it's inspiration versus enemies and
Yeah.
charisma for me. Full-fledged combat
Okay.
here.
I'm going to go ahead then, and we're going to have the last, let's see, the second last person here before JP. Let's see. Nifa is going to go ahead and charge into you here, Timmy.
You guys keep going. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
All right, and let's see. No, that's going to be a miss on Timmy as well. Man, I'm rolling horribly. So Timmy is able to
we're all
avoid
rolling horrible. We're
the
getting lucky
attack
here.
there. And that brings us to JP Franzén. Now, JP Franzén, seeing what is happening, is immediately going to run off in the direction away from you guys, 30 feet over here. And the entire time, he's going to be yelling out to the security personnel,
We're fucked. Yeah.
"Come! Come! Help! Help! Help!" And the security personnel now is going to begin to enter in. 15. I'm gonna put them in the initiative order now. The JP Franzén had called them out, and they're going to slowly, cautiously come around. They're not going to jump into this combat because they want to let you guys fight it out a little bit. They don't want to kill each other. They don't want to get killed, but they're going to step in and try to protect a little bit of the people who are around watching. I'll move them when it's their turn. Okay. So that brings us up to the second round. Bolin, you're up.
Okay.
Stone
So-
Crusher's on deck.
I'm gonna look over at Trago and kind of, if I were to yell something to him, would that take up my whole turn, or could that just be kind of like a?
If you can yell it in under 6 seconds,
Okay.
then I'll let you use that
Okay.
as
I wanna
reaction.
turn to Trago and say, "Take care of Carolon." And then I'm going to run over to whoever is fighting Timmy. Who is this? The person south of Timmy.
Yep, this is the that's this person right here is the Genesis.
Okay. Who is the other one to the west of Timmy?
That's the elf. Yep.
The drow.
Okay.
No, the drow is right. The drow is right here.
Oh,
Yep. So yep.
Neither of them have Bane on them, right? The Fey elf had Bane.
The Fey elf has Bane. Yeah.
And where is she or he?
Right over here on the west
Okay.
side of
I want to
Timmy.
go up. I want to go up and. Do I have enough space to kind of run around and come up behind her?
You could.
Enough movement? Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna run up behind her, and just tap her on the shoulder. And cast inflict wounds at second
Okay.
level,
Nice.
which is 4d10 necrotic damage.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
inflict wounds is
And-
crazy good.
And she has a minus d4 on her saving throw.
Are you kidding me?
Is she hot?
But it's a melee spell attack, so I have a +6 attack bonus.
Damn.
How do you
So
have
do
a
I have
+6
to-
attack? Holy shit! You have to attack. Roll
So
a
I have to,
20,
do I roll a d20 and add
Yeah.
6?
This is a melee.
Yep.
Okay.
If it's a melee,
So-
yeah.
Okay, 18.
That's a hit.
Okay, so 4d10. One. I'll just roll this.
That's massive. It could be massive.
8 plus 12, 20. 20 damage.
Wow, okay. Wow. That's a massive amount of damage, and you see her immediately, the shoulder that you touched, everything immediately goes black, almost like a dried up river bottom, and you can hear it cracking as she turns around, and you can see like this look of fear in her eyes.
Give her a shit grin and just kind of.
All right, Tool Stone Smasher. Are you finished bowling?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Tool Stone Smasher is going to charge into the drow here, and he's going to go ahead and attack on the drow, and that's going to be a hit with his great axe, and he is going to do a total of, 10 slashing damage onto the drow, and that will be the end of his turn. The dwarf. I got too many characters I'm running here at one time. Let me see here. 35. Okay. The dwarf is going to go ahead and attack at Sora now. As Sora comes charging in and misses him, he's going to come down with the great axe onto Sora, and he's going to roll a 14.
Her AC is 15.
15, wow. So she is super dexterous. As he comes down with his axe, she's able to jump out of the way. That will be the end of his turn. Niv, you're up.
How far away is JP?
JP at this point is, from you, is... he's 30... Yeah, he's about 30 feet.
Okay. And Caroline is still unconscious beside me, huh?
Caroline is still unconscious, yeah. Well, I'll have to take a death saving throw when we get to Caroline.
I'm right beside him, though?
Yeah.
Okay. If I give him... You're going to give him a potion, Chad?
If you don't, I will. That's...
But who goes before me?
What's the order here? Yeah. Well, you can only... As long as no one attacks you, you'll be fine, because you haven't made a death save yet.
Yeah.
It was really good that Sora came in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have at least 2 rounds before
we
have to save.
If somebody attacks you, then you're fucked. And if they crit, then you're really fucked.
What's the 2 buckets of lard about?
So I'm going to let...
Right, this?
I think they were just stands. I'm going
to use them to cover up the...
cast suggestion again, this time on JP.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell him to convince the security and the patrons that this is all part of the show.
Oh, nice. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. I love it. Go ahead and roll it out.
No, he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wait. Wisdom saving.
So was this for money or something?
Oh, nice.
Money.
It goes off. Yeah, he rolled poorly. So JP Franzén stops in his tracks as he's running and immediately turns around. And you hear him screaming out to the guards. This is all part of the show, everybody. Just relax. Just relax. This is the entertainment. This is what I had promised. The most dangerous show in Theondir.
That's clutch, Gam.
And so the guards actually, after Niv, is that the end of your turn, Niv?
Well, because if I skirt around the drow to be directly opposite the Goliath, will I get attacked?
You weren't. They'll get an attack opportunity on you.
So they will, even if I'm just not leaving.
If you don't leave melee, this is how they do it in critical. If you don't leave melee range, then you don't get attack of opportunity. So you should be able to shift if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, that's up to you, Matt.
Like you stay in range.
You want to go behind the Goliath?
No, behind the drow, so I'm immediately
Oh.
across from the Goliath.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, you can do that. You don't leave combat then, so
Yeah.
you're still in combat. No attack of opportunity. Yep, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's my
So
turn.
the guard is hearing the words of JP Franzén. They're gonna just step ahead here of the patrons who are watching and bidding on this match. So they stay put, and they are not going to actually engage at this point. They're waiting for JP Franzén to give them more direction. So that will be the end of their turn. That brings us to Carolyn. You need to take a death save.
So what I gotta get?
Roll a
For 10.
d20.
Buddy, you got it.
10 or
Is this our
above,
first death save?
Yeah.
I think so.
No, I had one.
Do I get any bonuses?
I don't
Yeah, what
know.
does
No, I
that
think
do
it's
to
just a
the death
straight roll,
save,
isn't
Matt?
it?
I got a 12.
Got a
Nice.
12.
Yeah. That,
Success.
That's a pass.
So
10
is
or
it just
higher
a-
is a pass.
Yeah, so it's just a 50%
Yep.
chance. kind of
Yeah.
thing?
So
Okay.
go
You
ahead
get
on
three-
your
you
on
get
your
three
sheet. You can mark
saves or
off
3
there that
chances?
you have one save there on your sheet. You have 3 saves and 3 deaths, 3 fails. Okay, so that's the end of Carolyn's turn.
Wait, did he
Vorner,
pass? I'm sorry, I was
he
preoccupied.
passed. Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
So now he's technically alive with 1 hit point.
Nope.
No,
He's got to do.
no.
He's got to do that 3 times.
Okay, this one, Vorner's going to turn to you, Bolin, when you came in and attacked, and he's going to go ahead and take an attack on you as well, and that would
Minus
be
D4.
an 18.
Minus D4.
Minus D4, you're right. So 14.
Miss.
Miss.
AC is
Nice.
15.
Fuck yeah.
Oh man,
That
you guys.
bane is fucking awesome, dude.
So he slashes just barely, misses you, and that will be the end of his turn. Trago, you're up. Sora's on deck.
I fucked up. I should have stayed because then I could have. Whatever. I'm gonna have to because I can't mage hand because a mage hand's still up in the melee. I run up to Carolyn and I dump
Tickling that
a
guy's balls.
yeah, tickling the guy. Oh yeah, he's still punching the dwarf. It's just like wailing on his nuts.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like a
crap.
small tap, but it's not. But yeah, I dump my greater healing potion down. The greater is what?
44, I believe.
4 plus 4.
44 plus
4d4 plus
4d4
4.
plus 4. Yep.
Go ahead and roll that out.
Oh, that's good. 4, 4, 2, 2. So that's
12
16.
plus
12
16.
plus 4. 16. You're back
Now
at 16. And now I don't have a healing potion, but we have a few amongst the group still.
I
Yeah,
have
I
to.
All right, Caroline. Immediately, you feel the life return into your lungs as you look, and there is Trago standing above you with the potion in your mouth. Actually, you are still prone, but you are no longer unconscious.
Who is all next to us again? The dwarf and
There's the
Sora.
dwarf right here, and the
is he
drow
in
right
melee
here.
range with me?
The dwarf.
Would I invoke attack of opportunity if I left his range?
No, you wouldn't get any attack of opportunity. You're not engaged with them at this
Well,
point.
if I took my cunning action to dash, I could do that without getting an attack of opportunity with anybody.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna dash and kind of get, I guess, all the way, I guess as far east as I can go. That way, like yeah, basically that way, and I'm pulling out my bow. Probably 20 feet. I won't go. Like right there. I want to be relative. So if I need to go in and I can do something, I have to do something. Yeah, right there. And I'm
Perfect.
pulling out my bow and getting ready to rock.
All right. Excellent. All right. That's the end of Trago's turn. Sora is up.
Laura's going back after the dwarf.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead and give another attack.
All right, you got an 18.
18 hit. Roll damage.
2d4 plus 2. 2, 3, 5 points.
Okay. So Sora lunges up, seeing how he had thrown you into the fiery pit, and how that had killed you. She jumps up, lurches at his neck, grabs on to his esophagus, his trachea, and just yanks it out. You see the dwarf losing his breath and falling face forward.
Sucker.
Gone.
That's right, sofa.
You just got fucked up by a couch, bitch.
Like, fucking Ambar, man. Fuck you.
All right, nicely done, Caroline and Sora. That was a nice job on that guy. All right, next up we have the rogue Drow. She is she's getting attacked on both sides now. I was going to go ahead and attack Niv, pulling out her rapier, and she's going to slice at you for an 11, and I'm guessing that's going to be a miss.
Misses.
Oh, man, I'm doing terrible here with my rolls.
That's
That's
really
all
good,
she can
'cause
do.
If you weren't, we'd be fucked really hard right now. Man.
Yeah, right.
That's all she can do right now at this point. All right. Yeah. That's it.
Paul, did you just take it
All
to the
right.
bathroom with you?
Timmy.
You taking a shit while you...
At least mute your microphone. Please mute your microphone. All right. Who's up?
Timmy, you're up.
Oh, Timmy.
All right, so we've
Come on.
got. It looks like I've got the one guy tried to engage last turn, plus a big ass dude behind me. Do I have that right?
There's
let's see,
me,
you're right
I'm-
here.
There's two guys in between us.
So you've got two guys who are attacking at this
The
point.
big guy is being controlled by Niv, and he's our ally for the moment.
Okay, so I'm gonna power punch the nearest guy to me.
Okay.
Power punch.
Do you want to go against? Let's see here. We have this is the elf here, or you have the Ganassi there.
Does any one of them have damage already?
Oh
That one Tim
let's
hurt
see.
that one pretty bad.
The Ganassi is no, sorry. The elf is hurting
Sure, I'm
after
gonna attack
definitely
the elf.
after Boland's attack. Yep, go ahead and attack the elf.
10.
10. That is a miss. So once again, you power punch, and it comes across again. You strike the wall, shattering stone. Nothing happens. All right. We're gonna have this. Let's see here. Let's see. They're actually going to disengage. They're going to come out of here. You get an attack of opportunity, and you're going to go over here and touch this other guy and cast Cure Wounds. So go ahead and give me an attack of opportunity, Timmy. Roll a d20 and add your bonus.
Do I get one too?
No, he wasn't in combat with you.
Oh,
So what do I get for the bonus?
Just roll your d20 and then add your attack bonus for your.
You get the attack?
It'll be your
Oh no, this is a different guy.
13.
strength. 13? Okay, so you miss, and he runs over to the other guy, and he's going to cast Cure Wounds on him, and he's going to restore him of a few points there, 7 points of damage.
Which other guy?
So this guy right here gets restored 7 points of damage, where Bolin had done a massive amount of damage on him, which isn't great. JP Franzén is going to hold his position along with the soldiers. It brings us up to Bolin. Your turn. We're in round 3 now.
Ooh, are they bunched up a little bit, Bolin?
I thought about it. I think I might actually. That would probably take out the dwarf and the other
Dwarf's
drow.
done.
Well, the dwarf is
Dwarf's
down.
Oh, the dwarf is dead.
The dwarf is
Sora took out the
dying.
dwarf.
and
Dora took him out. Ripped out his larynx.
Is anybody else hurt
We should
besides
maybe not
the one
try
I
to
attacked?
have anybody die here if we could. Actually, no, I'm not gonna. I can't say that because that's metagaming.
I mean, I think we got this like pretty much under wraps. I don't want to waste it, but
Well, not like half their team is like not hurt.
Yeah.
They're one down, but like the rest of them are
Goliath
pretty
helped us
baller,
out.
except for the one that you fucked up a little bit.
yeah. All right, here we go.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull out my holy symbol. I'm gonna yell to the crowd. You want a show? Let me show.
Are you not
Let me show you the
entertained?
true power of Lathander. And I'm gonna run right into the middle, right in the middle of where everyone
Oh,
is.
you're gonna do it.
Right here?
Yes. No.
Okay.
Other side. Right. Like more northeast, right there. So I can get everyone.
Okay, I get an attack of opportunity first. Let me just roll that out. And that's going to be a 14.
Yes.
Miss. Okay, so as you leave, the elf strikes at you, but you are able to run out of there into the center here.
That's
So
gonna
that
Curly
is-
foot, right?
Fuck.
Yep, 30-foot radius, Constitution saving throws.
So that's going to hit.
For us too, or just enemies?
Just enemies, right?
Each hostile creature within 30 feet of you.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Jimmy Fizzlebottom
Well,
isn't
no, my
hostile.
Constitution's all right.
That's going to hit them all. Let's start out with the Goliath.
Will it,
So
will it
is
hit the Goliath? The
Yeah,
Goliath
the
is
Goliath.
not technically hostile towards us.
Or hasn't that already passed though?
No, that
That's
lasts
just
8
for
hours.
now.
Oh, yeah, so
Well,
probably
that's
not the
interesting.
Goliath.
I mean, technically, I'll say he is hostile because,
He's
Because,
under
yeah.
he's under magic.
yeah, I would say he's hostile. I'll include him in that group there.
I'd say it's still worth it.
Here.
So it's a Constitution saving throw.
Let's do it. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Constitution. Well, he's got a pretty good one.
You
Let's
could
see.
save against it and not have.
You'll still get half
13.
damage.
So where you at?
Oh,
Miss. Or
13?
fail.
Fail. Okay, so the Stone Crusher, he's gonna fail. Let's see. Let's see. The elf there is going to roll fail as there. The drow is going to fail. Oh my
That's
gosh!
3 fails in a row, dude. That's awesome.
And another fail. They all fail. All
Nice.
of them. All of them.
All right. So let's
Unbelievable.
see if I can
All right.
damage
I
these.
feel like
So
garbage
did the-
tonight.
Did the Goliath? We don't know. Were we assuming he's a fighter? He didn't rage or anything yet, has he?
You don't know.
Goliath? We don't know
We
yet.
don't know. Yeah, we don't know.
Someone get the monster manual and look.
Well, he's either a fighter or a
So-
barbarian, probably.
17 damage total to each person.
Wow. Yeah.
That's fucking.
Wait, what did you cast?
Yeah. Radiance of the Dawn.
That's
My,
the same
like,
thing that
ultimate.
he did when we were
Yeah.
trying to
Your
protect Graywater.
Wow.
That's right.
It was clutch.
Do we consider Franzén to be hostile?
I don't think he quite fits that, but
What about the guards?
I think they're outside the 30 feet though. The
Yeah.
guards.
Yeah, they're not hostile towards me. They backed
man.
off, right?
okay. Wow. Beautiful, Bolin. That's the end of your turn.
You can kill anybody.
All right. What's that?
Nobody's dead.
Nobody's dead, but they a couple of them are hurting pretty badly. These are pretty strong fighters here. Let's see. The Tool Stone Smasher is going to go ahead and he is in fact going to rage. Going up. We are going to have him rage and attack Bolin instead.
Yeah, he's gonna be pretty pissed to me probably.
And the drow's still alive.
Now he takes
All
half
right,
damage
Bolin.
from piercing. Oh shit.
But he's got the minus. He's got.
No,
Oh,
it
yeah,
only lasts a minute. Bane only lasts a minute.
18.
Yeah, but we were only 5 rounds into combat.
Yeah.
18.
With 10
How's
people.
that?
It's the third.
18. Is that a hit there, Bolin?
We're
Warding
only
flare.
like 30 seconds into combat right now.
No, isn't each round a minute?
Each round is
Each
turn
round
is
is
6
6
seconds.
seconds. Each
Each
round.
round or each
No,
turn?
each turn.
Round. No, each round is 6 seconds.
Yeah,
we're
that
like
makes sense
20
because
seconds in.
you're acting
So
simultaneously.
a full minute of combat is about, or full minute of combat is like 10 rounds.
That makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
Matt, you're the DM.
I mean,
What do you
that's how
Yeah.
that's how I've read
Let's
it.
do
That's
that.
how
Let's
they do
say
it.
that. Let's say that. I think because it happens quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so minus D4 then.
Okay.
It's not like somebody's taking 6 seconds to do all their stuff and then the next person does it. Everything's happening at once.
That would bring him to a 16.
Wait,
All right, then I'll warding flare as my reaction.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he's got to roll at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Yep. And that's a 23, and it's still a D4.
Okay,
So 21.
so then that hits.
Okay. He comes slashing down with his great axe.
Ooh.
And let's see, +2 bonus on strength, base melee damage. All right.
75
that's
damage.
terrible. 8.
Ooh.
8 damage to you, Bolin. That was pretty mild.
Take it.
Okay, that's the end of his
Yeah,
turn.
a round
Dwarf is dead.
represents 6 seconds. So yeah, Chad's right.
Niv, you're up. Niv, what do you want to do?
What kind of armor is the drow wearing? Is it metal?
Let me see if you
Probably
can see
not.
that. It looks to be leather armor.
Okay, that's what I figured.
And Caroline, you're on deck.
Just as clarification, is the dwarf dead?
Dwarf is dead.
Mm-hmm.
How
So is the other.
How
There's only
far
3 of them
away
left.
is the Ganassi and the other elf?
They from you are a total of 20, and 25 feet,
Okay.
respectively.
What about the Goliath?
He's
within 15?
yeah, he's like 10 feet away from you, 5 feet away from you. You could get to him and
Mhm. So I am going to cast Color Spray. It's a 15-foot cone. And I'm
Okay.
going to aim it so that it hits the Drow and the Goliath.
okay. Yeah, you can do that for sure.
Nice.
Okay, so 6d10. No.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What?
60.
Holy
It doesn't.
crap.
It doesn't do
That's-
damage though.
No, that's how much hit points it affects.
Their current hit points.
2.
What does it do?
Yeah.
It blinds them. So it goes by their hit points, ascending hit points that they currently have. So he rolls 60-10, and then if they have a combined total less than that, then they're both blinded for a round.
Wow, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Can you guys
Attacks
hear
would have
Liam
advantage.
singing?
Nope.
No?
What's that?
Okay, good.
30 total.
Yep. 30 total. Okay,
Oh, yeah, and then
the
it goes
drow
in,
begins
ascending-
ascending order, right?
Of their current hit
Yep.
points. Yep.
So the drow is immediately blinded.
So how many hit points does he have?
He's not going to tell you.
Well,
Enough to
under
blind
30.
him, but not enough to blind the
Yeah, see, that's what I
the
wanted to know.
Goliath.
Right.
There was enough to blind the Goliath, too.
Oh god.
Okay.
Not enough to blind the Goliath.
Okay.
So the drow is now blinded.
And blinded, they disadvantage on all attacks, and then we get advantage on all attacks.
Yep, automatically fails any ability checks requiring sight. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. The creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So you guys
Okay.
can pound away on that drow now.
Yeah.
All right.
Not really worried about him.
Do I would if I move now since he's blinded, he'd get an attack of opportunity, but it'd be at disadvantage?
But a disadvantage, yep.
Okay. I'm going to move west,
Okay.
kind of behind. Is that Bolin that's in front of the Goliath?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, a little bit further if I can. Yeah, like right there.
Okay, and we have an attack with disadvantage. Oh man, that was still really good.
What did he roll?
Let me see here. 23.
I'll spend a luck point and make him re-roll.
Okay.
Oh, you took lucky? Nice.
19 still. Wait, sorry. Disadvantage. Wait. What am I doing here? 1. No, 8. Miss.
All right.
Nicely done. Okay. Niv, anything else you want to do, or is that the end of your turn?
That's it.
All right, Caroline, you're up.
So I'm still prone, but I can get up. Right?
Yeah, you can get up. It'll be half your movement.
Okay. Who's closer to me, the Goliath or the Drow?
The draw is closer, and the draw
Right.
you would have advantage on.
All right, I'm gonna attack the Drow
Okay.
with my 2 short swords.
All right. And you have advantage on both of those.
Okay. So 17 and let's see here. 17 and 12.
Let's see. The 17 hits.
Okay. Okay, so 5 points damage.
5 points damage. Nice. So you slice in as this blinded drow is fumbling around. You come in with your sword and you're able to slice right across her arm. And she takes a decent amount of damage there, 5 points of damage. Anything else you want to do, Trigo? Or sorry, Carolyn.
I mean, I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Okay. All right, it is the Druid's turn. You see him turning towards you, Bolin, and he is actually going to, you see him immediately calling down from the sky. A sort of lightning comes flying out of the sky, and he casts Call Lightning on you. And so you need to go ahead and take a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity is +2, and 18 + 2 is 20.
20, okay. Oh my goodness. That's a pass. So you take half damage, and...
it's nice to see that everybody about their die that only have 18s and 19s and 20s on them. Except for Matt.
So he is going to do a total of 7, 16, 8 damage to you. So the lightning bolts come flying down and strike you, causing 8 points of damage onto you as the lightning sort of dissipates a little bit there. And that will be the end of his turn. Trago, you are up. Sora's on deck.
Okay, so who do we have? Is the Goliath still on our side?
Nope.
No, he's now attacking Bolin.
Okay.
I need to make
you
need to make a saving throw for the concentration for Bane.
Yeah.
And I pass. At a 19.
Okay. So we have the drow that has the blue.
Yep,
that's the drow. And then the Goliath, which is right
here,
kind of northwest. And then who else do we have that are bad guys?
Druid.
We have these two.
Okay, so there's 4 guys that we're fighting right now.
Yep.
So Matt, I just want to clarify, how do you want us to be switching weapons? If I go from my melee weapons to a bow, how do you want to, is it like a free action?
Yeah, I'll give you that a free action. I mean, you can drop your weapon, whip out your bow.
I'm going to shift up, and the Goliath is engaged with somebody else, correct?
With Bolin, correct.
With Bolin. So I'm going to attack the Goliath. I want to keep him off Bolin.
Do you want to move in and attack him?
With my bow. I want to shoot
with your
my
bow.
bow.
Okay, yep.
And I rolled a 4, so it's a 10.
Okay, yep, miss.
And at that point... God, I'm rolling terrible. There's no bonus actions I can do. So that's going to be my round. Fuck.
Okay, Sora, you are up.
Shit.
And
What does Sora got to do?
She's going to go after the drow, too.
Okay.
Ooh, not 19 she got.
Wow, hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right.
This dice is going in dice jail.
10.
Wow.
All right.
So Sora bounces off of the body of the dead dwarf and jumps over and grabs onto the leg and just tears a chunk of meat out of the drow's leg, and she pulls back in terrible pain, severely hurt at this point. Okay, she's gonna go ahead and get a chance to attack back now, and she is going to go ahead and attack onto you, Carolyn. Coming here with her rapier, pulling that out, and that will be a 23.
Ooh, that'll do it. But does she any negatives with Bane or anything?
Yeah, you did have Bane on her. That's right. 20 then. Still a hit.
That'll do it.
And that will be a total of 5 points of damage. I rolled a 1. 5 points of damage.
Hey.
Okay. That is the end of her turn. Timmy, you're up.
Perfect. So
You're still
I just want to
engage with these two.
And so I'm not with the big dude?
No, you can move over to him. They'll get attacks of opportunity on you.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that. So I just want to point something out quick that I just saw.
Yeah.
Trump called the Nobel Peace Prize winners that wrote the article I was on Russia, he called them Nobel Peace Prizes, and they should give them back.
Give them back?
No, but Noble. N-O-B-L-E, not N-O-B-E-L.
Of course he did.
Anyway, I'm going to attack...
To the surprise of nobody.
Yes. Well,
Fucking idiot.
what a fucking moron.
Fucking Norb in the White House.
Yeah.
Well, I think Norb would do a better job, man.
I think Norb would do a better job, yeah.
Yeah, like no doubt in my mind. All right, I'm going to attack the one guy, the elf, I think.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
Unless one of them's more damage than the other.
I mean, it looks like the elf is probably doing worse at this point.
Okay, the elf.
Okay.
Whew, miss.
Miss. Oh man. I mean, you're just striking left and right here with your fists, and you're just missing, striking into the wall. There's just a pile of stone building up underneath the feet here of this combat. All right.
I've never seen a bard box before.
And we're gonna go here and let's see here. I'm going to go ahead now with the Genasi, and they are going to come back at you, Timmy, and we're going to go ahead and attack with our Warhammer here as well. And that's a 2. Miss. Man, that's all I can do. I'm doing terrible.
Like a
Bolin,
ninja
back
fight,
to
everybody's
you.
dodging everything.
Up to you, Bolin.
All right.
You're currently engaged with Tool Stone Smasher.
All right. Let's do a little guiding bolt at the Stone Smasher
Okay.
at second level.
Okay.
So ranged spell attack. Ranged spell attack equals 19 plus 6, 25.
Oh, hit.
To hit?
Yeah, roll damage.
5d6.
78.
Oh.
2, 3, 4,
Bolin.
5. Well, I'm casting them at higher levels.
Yeah.
5 plus, let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17 total damage.
17. Okay.
Nice.
Wow. The Tool Smasher falls back and sort of surges back into combat again. This time his eyes looking a bit confused from that strike. He's also hurting quite a bit. All right, Tool's going to come back though, and despite that,
Can I? Never mind.
Yep. No. And despite that, he's going to come back and he's going to rage again and strike back onto you again, Bolin. And he's going to roll a 21 plus the Bane. They'll bring him down to an 18.
Warding Flare.
Okay.
Got one left after this one.
That brings him down to a 13. He's going to miss.
Nice.
Nice.
Suck of it.
Nice. Man. All right, Niv, you're up.
Ooh.
Okay.
Uh,
The Genasi and the elf, you said they're both about the same from the looks of them?
The elf seems like he's hurting a little bit more.
Okay. I am going to cast a Ray of Sickness at the elf.
Okay.
So that is a 23 to hit.
Oh, hit. Yep.
Um,
Nice.
Be right back.
And then he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
And that's a nat 20 makes it.
Oh, all right. So that is 10 points of damage.
Woo! Okay. Oh man. So as you strike him there, it's good he made that save. He falls down to one knee, and we'll count him as actually prone at this point. He is almost gone, down to one knee. All right. Anything else, Niv?
How far away from those guys am I? The elf and the Ganassi?
You're about 15 feet, looks like.
Okay.
10, 15
Yeah,
feet.
I'm gonna move maybe 5 feet closer to JP. Just a little bit.
Okay, there you go.
And that's it.
Nice. Caroline, you are
Snag
up.
is this when he tries to fucking run.
Yeah.
Caroline, you're currently fighting the drow.
Yep.
Right over here.
I'm gonna keep going after the drow.
All right, go for it.
Let me ask this question. So if I have a potion of greater healing. Is that my turn if I take it?
That would be your action. Yep.
You have a bonus action and movement, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Potions are technically an action to take.
Shit, I better take that.
Okay.
2, 6, 7, 8, 12 points I got from that.
Ooh,
Okay.
a couple ones in
Nice.
there, huh?
Yep.
All right. Vorner is going to stand up, have his movement, and he's going to cast Call Lightning once again on you, Bolin, once again.
Son of a.
And you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh. 7.
7. Okay. Here we go. A total of 14 damage, Bolin.
I'm down.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Our healer is down.
Dead.
How many guys are there total? I'm on my laptop, so I can't really see. Enemies.
We got 1,
3.
2,
4
3,
still.
4 left.
One is
There's Bolin.
blind.
Through his
The
prone.
lightning comes down from the sky
dwarf-
this time, coming through Bolin's outfit, and he falls down.
I thought
onto
the
the
dwarf
ground.
was dead, and didn't the Goliath chop a head
No.
off of somebody?
Oh yeah, you
No,
did.
Oh, that was we
no,
did that
no,
wrong.
that was wrong.
Oh, bummer.
Right, so
Yeah.
they're still all in there. Okay, that's the end of the of that turn. Trago, you were up.
And the blind Matt lasts 1 round. just so
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, yep.
So
they're
after-
not-
So if I shift around right north of the Goliath, if I would do that, would I be able to get the Goliath and the guy that was just blinded in a 15-foot cone?
Yeah, you would be.
Okay, I'm gonna shift over that way, and I also am going to color spray because I have that prepared. A little bit like I want to make sure I get the Goliath there, and then the guy that Dan had blinded, all in one shot. I have the same spell prepared, and that is 60-10. I don't have.
Oh, nice roll, Chad. 60. Awesome.
All right. Yeah, how many D10 do I have here? Not
Oh,
enough.
Bolin.
And yeah, as I'm saying this, someone has to give Bolin a healing potion because I don't have any left. Ooh. Oh, that's a good roll. 19, 15. Eight. What's that? Holy shit. 38.
Whoa.
30, 40, 45.
Okay,
Hit points.
they're both blinded.
Oh. So we have 2 blinded opponents for one round, guys.
Okay.
That was
Nice
a fucking
move.
crazy good roll, dude. I have so many like 8s and 9s and 10s.
Nice move, Trago.
Um,
Wow.
And so then I'm going to, that was my movement action. I'm going to disengage and just move like 10 feet back, basically. Yeah, like that way, right there. Perfect.
All right. End of Trago's turn. Sora, you were up. You were engaged with the drow.
Sora goes after the drow again.
Okay, you've got advantage now on your attacks.
She got a 16.
16 hits. Roll damage.
2, 6, 8.
8. Oh, wow. Okay. You hit the drow, and she struggles backwards, grasping for anything as she's blinded, and she is almost gone, but just barely hanging on. Okay.
So they roll.
Let's see.
They both have disadvantage for one turn on
For
like ability
on
rolls.
attacks,
For
and
one round, yeah.
you have an advantage on attacks against them.
What about saving throws?
I don't
Disadvantage
know.
if it involves sight.
Yep,
I
exactly.
would assume,
Disadvantage
yeah.
on all,
Yeah, I would
all
assume.
checks involving sight.
Well, no, they just fail. They automatically fail any ability check that requires sight.
Oh, right, automatically fails. You're right.
And
Sorry.
attack
Yeah,
rolls
automatically
against
fails.
them have advantage, and their attacks have disadvantage.
All right, the draw's going to come back at you, Carolyn, and try to attack with disadvantage, and that will be a 10. It's going to miss. That's the end of the draw's turn. Timmy, you're up.
Okay, I'm
Hit
gonna
somebody.
cast hold person, and I'm gonna do it at a 3rd level slot. So it,
You have a 3rd
Okay.
level slot?
yeah. Well, when you have a character you interject, you can't have them at level 1. I'd have 5 hit points and be dead after 1.
Yeah, but you have 3rd level
Yeah.
spells already at level 4?
So you're
Yeah.
he's level 5 then. Or Bards may be a little bit different. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
So, Timmy, you want to do it on the 2 guys up on the top there?
Yeah, the 2 ones that are blinded.
Yep.
So they have to roll. Wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. So that's for up to 1 minute. But
You
they
have a
can
15,
roll.
right?
Yes.
Okay, let me see, wisdom. Okay, so the draw passes, but the tool he does not.
So he gets a
has
saving
no-
throw every turn for 10 turns or whatever.
All right, so you are loading up on Stone Smasher there, Tool Snow Smasher. Yep. Excellent.
And that's my turn.
Anything else, Timmy? All right. Next, we've got the Earth Ganassis, who's going to go ahead and use the final. Let's see. No. Oh, what do we want to do here? Oh, geez. Oh man, we're gonna use the last Cure Wounds, and we're gonna cast it onto the elf on the top there. Cure Wounds here. Okay, that's not that great, but it's something. Okay, that's the end of that turn. JP Franzén is still gonna hold. Bolin, we're back to you. You
He's
need
good.
to take a save.
Saving, yeah.
13.
13, pass. All right. Next, Tool Stone Crusher. He is blinded and he's held. So he is unable to move and attack anybody. So he is going to, that'll be the end of his turn. We're back over to Niv.
I don't know how much Cure Wounds actually cures.
Well, it would prevent him from having to make death saves.
Well, I meant that
Oh,
elf just got
with
cured.
the elf.
Not
I
much.
don't know if
I think
can
it's
kill him.
I don't know. There's one cantrip that just does like whatever. So what is it an action to
Yeah,
pour?
I think that's probably the better move. I'm going to move up to Bolin and give him one of my greater healing potions.
Okay, go for it.
So is that an action to give someone else?
Yep.
Is
Yep.
that where? Okay, all right.
Action to use a potion, yep.
Oh, nice. 16.
16. Wow,
Nice.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So
That's
immediately,
very nice.
Bolin, you snap back into life. Air comes into your lungs, and there you are, still prone on the ground, but 16 points of damage restored. Give me 2 minutes. I gotta pee.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, Caroline, you're up. It's your turn.
I'm going up the drow again.
Yes, go for it.
He's at a disadvantage, right?
Yep. You advantage on him. Or-
Yeah, first one is 14 and 7.
14 and 7. So both of them are actually going to miss. So you come with 2 strikes and they both miss. And let's run now to the Voronar here, the Druid.
Matt, does anybody still have Bane on them?
How long does Bane last?
1 minute.
1 minute?
But I died, so I lost concentration.
Oh yeah, you lost
right.
that. So
Bane is
you don't use
gone.
Bane anymore.
Let's see. We're going to do one final call lightning. This time we're doing it on Niv. Niv, give me a dexterity save.
That's probably not very good. Just straight up dexterity.
Yep.
What dexterity save? Yeah.
Dexterity save.
13.
13. No, you just failed it. So once again, lightning bolts come flying out of the sky, this time lighting up Niv for a total of 15 points of damage.
Ouch.
Trago, you're up.
Okay, so we have the 2 guys that are blinded, and then the 2 other caster guys that are attacking Bolin there.
You get sneak attack if you would charge in on either of them, or any of them.
Well, I right now I have my bow out because I've been backed up. Who's looking the best? Like who's got like the least amount of damage on them?
Probably the tool is looking the strongest
Goliath?
at this point. Yeah.
All right, I don't know because I want to go with
Fuck, I should have re-rolled that.
the caster. What's the caster that just rolled lightning?
That's way over here, this guy.
Do I have advantage on that as well? Because they're
Yep. Currently in combat with yep.
do I have advantage
Timmy.
or are they? Is it just sneak attack?
You'd have sneak attack on them,
Just
yeah.
Sneak attack. Okay, I'm
Advantage.
gonna go for them then.
Okay.
That's a natural 18 plus 6, so that's 24.
Okay, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right, so I get
With your sneak
1d8
attack.
plus 2d6. Oh, that could have been. That actually is really good. 19 damage.
Oh, wow. So you come flying across, sneak attack with their 2 daggers, and just jab it right in the middle of his back, and you just hear him like this spine cracking as the knife comes through, and he is gone.
He's gone?
Dead.
Wow.
Yeah. That was a
Okay.
powerful
We've been
attack.
hurting that guy for a while.
And then I have a bonus action. Bonus action, I'm going to keep going the direction I went another 10 feet. If I... as far as I can go. I had 25 feet movement. I don't know if I can go that far.
No.
No, bonus act, like, I can disengage. So, yeah, I can... Give me another 10 feet. So I got 25 feet and then a 10... Yeah, all right, perfect.
There you go. Okay.
That's my
Sora.
move.
Sora's up.
Goes back after the drow.
Okay, go for it. With advantage.
All right. She got 15.
15, hit. Roll damage.
5.
5 points of damage.
Yep.
Sora comes running up once again and goes to the other leg, this time pulling out another massive piece of flesh. This time, the drow collapses down. She's dead.
Nice.
Nice.
Sora has
okay.
officially taken out 2 of them.
Booyah.
About time that dog does some good.
Hey, come on now.
Okay. Wow. That's it for that one. They're out of the official line there. Timmy, you are up.
Now we're
Okay,
down
so
to 2.
I've got. Do we have the 2 blinded yet, or?
We got this one who's blinded. You can move over and attack the tool.
And is he still hold person?
Yep.
So what do I get on that then? If
You'd have advantage for sure because he's blinded.
He's no longer blinded. Sorry.
Oh, that was one round, right?
Yeah,
one
that's
round.
1 round. I'm sorry,
But he's held.
but he's still held.
yeah, so actually, it doesn't give me advantage. He just can't do anything when it's his turn. So
He can't move.
right.
You can attack the person you're in combat with.
I mean, I'll just attack. Well, but I can attack the guy who's a hold person, right? What's the status of the big guy?
He's right at this point. He looks like he's the stronger of the two.
Okay, I'm gonna go after the weaker.
Okay, go for the one you're in combat with.
Next.
Oh man, this Bard.
Yeah.
All right, Bolin, you're up.
No more
We're back to
+8s
Bolin.
on your attack roll.
Yeah.
Bolin, we're up.
Okay. Let's do
Thinning
guiding
the ranks
bolt.
out.
Yeah. Guiding bolt on the guy that Eric just attacked.
Okay, do you want to go? Do you want to come out of being prone, or are you just gonna?
Oh yeah, I'll use half my movement to get up.
All right, guiding bolt. Go for it.
Range spell attack. 15 plus 6, 21.
Wow, hit. Roll damage.
So 8, 9, 10.
10.
Swap it out for
Okay.
20.
20.
No, 10.
No, I
Okay.
said I'm swapping out my 20.
Oh, I thought he said
That's
20
all
damage.
lucky.
Okay.
No, 10.
All right. So yeah, nice amount of damage there. She sort of falls off the side a little bit, really seriously hurting, but still standing. Not much life left in that person though. We're up to Tool Stonecrasher. How long does the hold person last?
1 minute, but he gets a saving throw, a wisdom saving.
Okay. Yep, let me go ahead and roll that out. Natural 1, so he's still held. He can't do anything. We're up to Niv.
So it's the Ganassi and the Goliath.
Those two are left, yep.
Okay. Would picking up and pouring out one of those potions count as an action? One of those
Yeah.
elemental potions?
Yeah, I would say that's an action.
Okay.
Sure, turn Chad into a fireball.
Yeah. I've experience in
fire.
that. I know what I'm doing now.
Don't want to do that quite yet, I guess. I will just cast Ray of Sickness at the Ganassi then, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Which I think is a spell attack, right? Yeah, ranged spell attack. Ooh, 21.
Hit. Roll damage. Wow. Nice.
And then he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. And you are against a 13, is that right?
My spell save is 14.
14. I rolled 13.
Okay, so he's
yeah.
poisoned,
Oh, nice.
and he takes 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. The Ray of Sickness moves into his body, and you see, like, immediately he freezes up, his muscles get tense, and it's almost as if he had been entirely burned. His flesh turns black and begins to sort of crumble into a pile, and he's dead.
Oh, wow. Poison didn't even matter.
Okay.
I really hope. So, Matt, we have one
and
guy
at
left.
At
Yep.
that, I'm going to move back. Can I make it all the way back to JP?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to move right up beside him.
Okay. Caroline, you're up.
I guess I'll go after the Goliath.
Okay.
So we have one target left now?
That's
Yeah.
it. Yep.
Is he at disadvantage?
No.
No, he's just held.
All right, I got a 15.
15. Hit.
Oh.
Yeah, he has a natural. Yeah, that just hits.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a 9.
A 9. Okay. Whew. All right. He reels back a little bit, but still standing. It is over now to Trago. Your turn.
So for me to perceive how many people are still in the stands, is that an action for me?
Yeah, if you really actually want to try and count.
Yeah, I want to see how many people are actually in the stands and watching, and like what the general crowd is going. If we just have the one guy left, what's the general crowd doing?
I mean, you've
Perception?
got about 20 some people, and they are cheering. They're on the edge of their seats. They were a little nervous at first, but JP Franzén put them at their ease now. Yep.
So if I use that as my action, as my bonus action, and I start walking out with my hands up, like kind of hyping the crowd up.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I'm the hype man. Like, and then can I say like we don't need
You're
to
the
kill
hype
him?
man. Got a towel?
What?
What did you say?
Got a towel? That's what the rap guys, the hype guys, and
Oh yeah, like whipping the tailor on, like woo. No, I'm just like hype. Like I'm just hyping. Like, are you not entertained type of shit? And then that's
right. And the crowd is responding to you.
Yeah.
They're cheering louder. I mean, this is great. This is the best entertainment they've ever
Duke
seen at this
Baron
place.
von Bramble. What? No, I'm not saying that. Yeah. But I'm hyping the crowd up basically.
And JP Franzén is looking at the crowd. He's smiling. I mean, this is the best entertainment he's ever had here. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's my turn.
Okay. We're on to Sora.
You guys can do something.
All right, Sora goes after the Goliath.
All right. Can Sora get another kill? Go ahead and roll.
Oh, she got a 16.
Is he flanked at all?
Miss?
Hit. Yeah.
Flanking in 5th edition isn't really a thing.
No.
7
Well, I
points.
thought if you have someone directly
7 points.
across from him, you
Nice.
get advantage.
That is a
for sneak
0.5,
attack.
and that's a. They do it in critical role. That's a house rule.
Oh,
All right, Timmy, you're up.
all right, I'm gonna punch the Goliath.
Go for
Got
it.
a new
Let it
20-sided
do it.
die here.
Uh-oh. One that you pulled out of the couch?
Next.
No, Timmy.
Wow.
Bolin
Here, like,
is
here,
up.
like, I'll talk to him later.
See, Bolin's not with us anymore. He's
He's
out.
Yeah, he had to bow out.
Oh,
Oh,
there
no,
he is.
here he comes.
Bolin. You're up.
All right.
Goliath
Let's,
is seriously hurting at this
All
point.
right. We're gonna fuck him up. I'm gonna walk up to him and inflict wounds at 2nd level. My
Nice.
last 2nd level spot. I'm going to just fucking own him.
Nice.
Melee
Your
attacks.
mom and dad don't watch these, do they?
16 plus 6, 22 to hit.
Hit. Roll damage.
They're having a
40
heart attack. If the
Bring the
F-bombs would drop.
rain.
40, 10. Is this a 10? Or is this an 8? Can't know. Here we go. 7, 11, 16, 18, 19. 19 points.
Bolin,
Wow.
finish off the combat. How do you
Yeah.
want to do that, man? How do you want to finish him off?
I'm going to walk up to him and just palm his face in my hand and watch
Isn't
the,
he like 7 feet tall?
watch the necrotic damage just
You can palm him up
scour over his face
Sure.
onto his head and just dissolve him into a smoldering pile of crap.
It's like you can see the death immediately enter his face and go through his veins, like blood running through his body. The death runs from his head down through his neck into his torso, and his body stiffens up, and he collapses into a pile of death. And that is it, you guys. You finished them off.
Wow.
JP
All right,
Franzén.
I gotta head
is-
out, guys.
All right.
All
Sorry,
right.
I gotta dip out, so I'll
All right, thanks, Bolin. I'll
right.
just wrap it up here narratively here.
Okay.
JP Franzén, he
Because she was using the microwave.
extremely pleased by the entertainment. Bolin hypes them up. Trigo is got the crowd on their feet.
And where is JP Franzén pretty close? Is he just to the left there?
He's
like,
he's right beside me.
He's right over by Bolin.
And can I I'm gonna be like the stage manager, director, like JP Franzén, and like kind of wave him out there. To wave him out to the front, into the center. I want to get him right next to me.
And JP Franzén walks out to you, Trigo, and he stands next to you, looking incredibly pleased, as all of the people who were sitting down, have since then risen to their feet and are cheering, are standing and shouting in praise of the show that they have just seen. And he gives a little bow, and he turns and gestures to the rest of you all to take a bow as well.
Well, I'm bowing, but
You guys take a bow to a massive round of applause.
It's kind of,
And that,
let's save that till the next session.
Is a good place for us to end for the night there.
Nice, guys.